Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to Council of Creators, episode 19. Chainsaw Reacts, 3W, always here. For the first time, we have 3 new people. Aadith is here, Enigma Studios. Thank you for being here, sir.
Absolutely.
YodaJoe 93 is here with a great DC background. That's pretty cool. And Blaine,
that's for my podcast.
Oh, there you go. And Blaine, the CEO of Critic Less.
What's up?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Good.
Good, man.
Good.
How are you?
Just hanging out, you know.
Just hanging out.
A long day.
Right.
Yeah, just hanging out, man. Just
19. That's the youngest stream ever.
Is it? It's everybody else. Oh, these guys again. Oh, come on. Leave me alone. It's fine. What's up, Ronin? What's up?
I actually just got the notification of the stream on my phone.
There you go.
It's really
That's
funny.
so funny.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. I see this the weirdness of council. We don't know where to start. But once you start, it goes. I just don't know where to start. I don't know.
It just flows.
That's the thing. Like, where do we go? I don't know. You know.
Why don't we just start with the title? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ray movie not delayed. What are our thoughts on that?
I'm just glad that it's fake news, right? It was fake news being spread.
Yep.
I don't even know where it came from. I don't even know the source of this. So
I just hope it wasn't Daniel. He's been going around like lately.
Oh, Daniel RPK, he just throwing out everything. He's a
I'm like, what's real? What's not? Like, I can't believe this guy talks a lot.
He says a lot.
And nobody shuts him down. It's like, what?
I should DM him and go, hey man, like, look, just what's going on here? What are you trying to do?
Well, now some news a lot of people were wanting. So,
well, I mean, for me, it's like I don't hate the Ray character. I just feel like they just mismanaged the whole entire planning of that sequel trilogy. That's the thing,
right?
It's not Daisy Ridley's fault. No,
it's not. And I mean, it's not necessarily beyond repair either, right? Like, I mean, if they really, the problem is right now with Disney, it's like a lot of things seem beyond repair, so everybody's kind of losing hope. But you know, it just takes putting some. I don't know. I mean, everybody just wants Kathleen Kennedy out of the way, hoping that that'll maybe fix stuff. But you know, like you said, there's no point in spreading fake news about it. Just wait until the real, info comes out.
You could say that we just need a new hope.
And oh, Jesus. Good joke.
Okay.
I like you.
I like
you.
I mean, if we want to go woke, we can right now. Because for the first time on Council of Creators, Evelyn is here. Welcome.
Hi.
Hello.
Sorry, I was looking down on my phone. Sorry.
No,
Hello.
no.
Hi. Can everyone hear me?
Good.
Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay, sorry.
Yep.
Sorry for the lighting. It's just it is what it
worry about
is. When you get in, when you're a teen and you decide to paint your room red because you think it looks cool, and then you're 20 years later you start to regret it. So it's that.
Wow. I like your Dawn of the Dead poster behind you. That's awesome.
That's
Thank
so
you.
cool.
Thank you. Thank
That's
you very much.
Is
Thank
that
you.
Thor or someone else with lightning powers?
No, that is Thor, and then
Okay.
That is Thor.
Batman.
I would hope it's
You know.
Thor.
Awesome.
No, it's definitely Thor. Yes.
Chris
Well,
Evans. Chris Evans. Chris Hemsworth.
Well, thanks for having me. So
Of course.
yeah.
No problem.
We're 5 minutes in and just flubbing names. Oh geez. We're going.
I should have
Guys,
warned.
just
Hello, my name is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe we should do that. Let's just do maybe everyone just introduce themselves and kind of, because since we're all new here, that might be kind of a good way to start out.
Okay.
Okay. It's like the first day of school. Oh God, I wasn't prepared.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, raise your hands.
Oh God, I'm getting triggered all of a sudden.
Oh
Fine,
no.
fine. So just like our names and that's it. Like.
Sure.
And
Okay.
what you
Yeah.
did in your
Yeah,
honor.
what
I
you
guess-
do? What you're all about?
Okay, I guess I'll go first. Since
Ladies
I sparked this. So my name is Evelyn, and I guess like on my channel, I literally just talk about whatever I want. I don't have like a set
That's good.
thing or specific thing. I just whatever I watch, whatever I feel like talking about. Because there's tons of things that I've seen that I don't talk about, but just whatever I feel that I want to talk about, I'll make a video on, and that's it. That's it. Okay.
Awesome.
Who's next?
Aadith, how about you go next, sir? Since you were
Sure,
here.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, hi guys, my name is Aadith. I am an actor and a VFX like CGI animator. I don't really know, but I primarily do CG. I do CG for a lot of fan films and some official things. I do work where I can. I'm still in college, so I can't do all that much. But yeah, on my channel, Enigma Studios, I've had it for a few years now, and I think for the past few years, I've finally figured out what I've been meaning to post on there, which is just animations that I make. Yeah, it's going well. I hope I can keep doing it. And yeah, thank you for having me.
If you have that passion, you got to keep doing it. Got to keep pushing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. YodaJoe, I know you do a lot of live streams and Cobra Kai coverage. I know that.
Yeah. Yes, sir. That's true. I do more than that, but that's. But
I know it's a lot of Cobra Kai. A lot of Cobra Kai.
Yeah, I do. So a part of that comes from. So I'm actually a trained martial artist. So I teach Krav Maga on usually Mondays and Wednesdays, and then I also have my red belt in karate currently. So I get my basis from just anything that has to do with martial arts, but I cover other things like I started my channel with Star Wars and then kind of moved away from that because it just didn't go well. And then I kind of fluctuate between Marvel, DC, Star Wars. But then I also have been very busy. I don't cover a lot of the news lately because I've been kind of diving into my own projects. So like I'm working on my own film right now, my first live action movie. So it's kind of it's kind of big. So stuff like that. Yeah, original stuff.
Great, man.
Sure.
And Blaine is the CEO of a reviewing app, Criticless. What's all about that, man? Tell us about it.
Yeah. We launched Criticless probably about, I guess we're about 5 months now from when we soft launched. We are kind of a competitor for Rotten Tomatoes, Letterboxd, things of that sort, but we're a free speech platform. I've been building it it took us about a year and a half or so before we actually executed on it. Wanted to build it for a long time and just thought that the platform was needed. Mm-hmm. And, we're really just starting to grow now, and we've got a lot of awesome users in there. Definitely all you guys check it out. It's for reviewing movies, TV shows, and we have, where you can make lists of all your favorites or what you're watching, whatever you'd like. We've got groups where we've got horror groups and comic book movie groups and Star Wars groups and all that stuff going on in there. And it's a lot more social. If you're familiar with things like Letterboxd, it's kind of similar, but we've got a lot more social functionality. Almost works more like Twitter or Instagram. And we have a couple other, very specific to us features, but, we don't have to get into the weeds right now. But yeah, I've been running this company for a little bit. It's completely self-funded. Nobody is, behind it except for me and my wife, and then my best friend works with us, and that's just kind of what we do.
Yeah, behind the Kernel, it's pretty cool, man. It's funny. I've been reviewing a lot of movies that I've been watching for the first time, and a lot of them they've not been reviewed yet by anybody. I'm like, I'm the first person to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool because we're just now growing, and people are still just discovering all that the platform can do. And actually, for all you guys that are YouTubers, in about 2 weeks, we're adding a new feature where you can actually integrate your YouTube videos. So if you review a movie on YouTube and you want to link it on your review within the app, it will actually launch a YouTube player on your review when someone's looking at your review, and they can watch it right there in app.
Wow, that's really cool.
Very handy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
It's gonna be rad.
That's.
And then also we've got a super retro aesthetic. It's very 80s, 90s. It's pretty fun to use. I mean, you can attest. You've been on there. Our rating scale goes from heinous to most excellent. So
yes, most excellent.
A lot of retro lingo.
I think you made Behind the Kernel lose his mind when you said that YouTube integration.
Right.
He lost me. Like, what?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's awesome. Well, that's great, man. I'm really enjoying the app, man. I can't wait to see it grow and continue. It's pretty cool. We do have someone else new for the first time coming in. Maddox is here. Welcome, sir.
Hey, everybody. Can we hear me?
Man? Yes.
Yes.
Cool.
Yep.
Hey, everyone.
Yep.
I guess I'll introduce myself. I missed
No, it's all good.
introducing.
Go ahead.
I'm a college student. I mean, I'm sure you can tell I'm
Yes.
young looking. College student. I'm
You
a
look
film
like a
student at
child. Yes.
Yeah.
Same
yeah,
here,
I'm a college student. UT Austin. I'm doing film, and I have a short film coming out. We're submitting to Comic-Con and all the other festivals called Back Issues, and it's kind of a like a comedic approach on the history of superheroes. Jordan actually got to see it early. I sent it to him.
Yeah, it was fun.
So it'll be out early February, but you know, I can give more information later. I don't want to take up y'all's conversation.
No, don't worry about it, man. It was fun, and I think people need to go in blind. It's really
Thank you.
It's fun.
Thank you. Yeah, we finished pretty much right when I sent you like a week ago or so. And we're trying to do a big premiere here in Austin with a few other like shorts and stuff. But yeah, I'm really excited, especially for Comic-Con, because my dream since I was little was to go to San Diego Comic-Con. I've never had the chance, and so we're hoping that if we get in, they're going to get us tickets, and I'll get to actually go. So I'm looking forward to it. We'll see.
Awesome. Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah,
it's a fun short. It was really fun.
Thank you.
I didn't know what to expect when I saw images you post behind these. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
But the context, you got to send the context of it.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's fun.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, hey, look, we did introductions. We've never done that before.
There you go.
So Chainsaw, what do you do?
Make faces. That's what I do. I make faces on YouTube
for the thumbnail.
Yeah. Or like freaking out, like, oh shit, what?
Right. Do you run out of faces? Like, is there a limit to the amount of faces? You've got to hit all the faces by now, right?
I fit pretty much all of them. Yeah.
I don't like making faces. I end up my face just ends up looking the same. I'm not that creative.
It's also like the variation of like the smile in the thumbnail. You go like,
I know.
Like,
don't like it.
Writing, and you gotta go because they think, how do I express in one shot my thoughts on this video?
You look at emoji card that has all the faces, and you take one out.
Look at it.
Yeah,
just copy the emojis. Okay, yeah.
You just start getting really weird with it and do ones where you're like eating a hot dog or something, and people are like, "What is he doing?"
I should
like have chili all over your face. You're just like,
I'm reviewing the next Martin Scorsese movie, and I'm like eating like a cheeseburger in the thumbnail.
There you go.
Like it just doesn't make any sense, but it's like what?
Completely relevant. Yes, completely relevant.
I will say, for you, Chainsaw, like I honestly, I've seen a lot of crazy reactions, but by far one of the most entertaining reactions I've seen on YouTube is way back when everyone found out who Sag-Aftra was on The Flash. And I saw your reaction to that, and I
writing
to this day could not stop laughing because you're just like ah! And like
I was screaming.
It was so fun. It's very contagious because everyone was looking at everyone's reaction, like, "Hey, what do you think about that big twist?" But like, it wasn't really a twist because everyone kind of knew.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it wasn't really a surprise.
Very entertaining. Yeah.
They pretty much told us in episode 6 where Sag-Aftra's "I'm the future Flash." Basically, he paused it just like rightly so that you would think twice. But
I was in denial. About that because I was just like, "There's no way they'd make it that easy."
What were the other theories? There was like Kid Flash. There was
Jay Garrick.
HR.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, I'm glad my wife wasn't living with me at the time when I did that because she would have yelled at me for yelling and screaming because she did that already. Because when I screamed when Ezra Miller showed up in Crisis, she was
oh my god,
I cut around that.
That was
when I was screaming.
He was in that show.
Yeah,
he showed up in that.
He showed up meeting the other Flash. Yeah.
Oh, I don't watch the Flash, so I don't know. But
they filmed it in Secret, right?
Yeah, Secret.
Yeah.
That would be like they reached out to them, like the higher ups, Warner Brothers. Hey, can we give Ezra Miller in this? And they're like, well, we didn't have any plans. Like, can you do it? But yeah, my wife, I had to cut around it because after I screamed, she literally off camera went, "Shut up." Like she was like right off camera. I'm like, "I'm sorry, I didn't know."
Yeah, that was like a genuine surprise because we creators and reactors know exactly who shoots the behind the scenes photos, aka Canographs, so we get spoiled.
Yeah.
So
they announced so many people ahead, anyways, of it. Like
it was a pleasant surprise that there was actually a surprise.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
So,
But I think that's a good thing in general. I want to be surprised in movies. I don't want to. I don't want to know everything. That's why I was getting mad at the Deadpool 3 leaks.
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
Oh yeah.
I just
there are some times where I don't even watch trailers anymore of certain movies. I stay away.
Right.
They actually tell you the truth now.
I mean, literally,
we ran an experiment for a little while, for like 3 years. We did a podcast, which was kind of my market research for making this app. And actually, what we did was we, for 3 years straight, watched no movie trailers and went into every movie completely blind. And we talked about it, and then we would predict the Rotten Tomatoes scores before we would actually, and then look at them. And so we'd kind of react in that way. And it was really interesting to go in blind, because we ended up liking a lot of things a whole lot more than other people. And we're regularly seeing people like, oh, the trailer spoiled the whole movie. We're like, oh, actually, we didn't even see it. So.
That's really funny because... Yeah, no, my...
Okay.
No, go ahead. Sorry, go for it.
This is a bad joke, but did you learn ASL since you went in blind?
Right.
God. I don't know where you were going with that.
That's good.
But I remember, because right now, my girlfriend didn't really watch a lot of superhero-related media before she met me. So I've had the pleasure of showing her all the superhero movies that I really like, and I haven't been showing her the trailers. Now, I'll just say there are a lot of sick trailers out there for movies that like I have to show her after because of how good the trailers were. Like examples are like, there's like a Man of Steel trailer I really, really like. The second trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home blew up, and that was such a good trailer. So like all these and like the official trailer for The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is a really good one too. And these are all like throwbacks, but I remember watching them when they came out and just being completely blown away. And you know, Batman v Superman's trailer, while really good, like spoiled a really big part of the movie. So I was really
that second trailer.
I was really confused why they did that. So I, being able to cut around that and showing someone else who doesn't really know much about the media, like a new lens on it has been so cool, because I've heard an opinion that I haven't heard before. It's very unique. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, I get your point about the BVS trailer, but it gave me a lot of views. So
for sure. For sure. Yeah.
Got me a lot of views. So Connor has super chat. They're making a live action Danny Phantom. Has anybody seen Danny Phantom? Anybody?
I grew up there
a little bit. Not really.
It's one of those shows I keep hearing about, and I just never saw
intro itself just hard. It's the way.
I know that. I know that.
The intro was a freaking rap. I love it so much.
It's a rap?
Yeah, it's basically a rap.
Okay.
Hip hop and rappy.
I don't want
your reactions, Jordan. I was thinking earlier. I remember being in like late middle school, early high school, and watching your reaction to Batman Dead End.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about that when you were talking about your older reactions. I remember literally being in late middle school, early high school, and like seeing that being put.
This feels weird because I'm old as shit. I feel way older now. Also, it's like I feel like I've been doing this for too damn long. That's the problem.
No,
too long, man.
I've been looking forward to the Danny Phantom live action for a while, though I wish it was a TV show, because the way they portray like Danny Phantom turning into a ghost is like how the effect. I kind of really want to see how they do that, because that would be so cool to see in a live action versus animation.
Well, the beauty is I don't even know what the show's about. I know he's a phantom. That's all I know. So I don't know what.
If you listen to the intro, you will kind of get a glimpse.
I don't want to spoil. No spoilers. No. I'm good. No spoilers.
I didn't watch that when I was a kid.
You'll like it. Definitely check it out.
Yeah, there's a lot of shows. Like I never watched Ben 10 till now for the first time on the channel. Like
Ben 10 is like Danny Phantom, to be honest.
I grew up on Ed and Nettie, Kurt's Cowardly Dog, like those shows. Dexter's Laboratory. Oh, God, God,
Right.
the shows are so fun. Like
we
Jimmy
elder
Neutron?
millennials here.
yes,
Jimmy
well,
Neutron?
I think, huh?
Did you see Jimmy Neutron?
Yes, yeah, I saw
Okay.
Jimmy, but it's more like Ed and
God, I
Eddie.
feel so old. I feel so old. I don't
Right.
know who Danny Phantom is. I don't know who Ben 10 is. Jesus,
Oh.
way before my time.
don't worry
I grew up
about it,
on
don't worry about
Rugrats and Power Rangers.
Rugrats,
and-
yes,
We've seen Rugrats.
yes.
Did
Yeah.
you see All Grown Up though?
Oh, that
I don't think about that. I don't like watching
Right.
that. So
It's
I
weird.
prefer them as
Run Up Rugrats.
little babies.
Didn't the Rugrats cross over with the Wild Thornberries or something at one
I
point?
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
That's weird.
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
It was weird.
It was a thorn in your side. I get
Oh Jesus!
it.
Stop it. I mean, you do have a point. It is a child versus Trailer Park Boys.
I
Yeah.
joke.
And then I mean, you spelled it wrong, but definitely you're correct. Yeah, it's okay.
I
My life
just
as a
find it
teenager-
funny that they like the whole premise of the show is trying to get a jawbreaker.
Well, yeah, that's the whole premise of many
Yep.
episodes. Get the money to do it. Hey Arnold. I mean, I never watched that show.
Yeah,
Watched a lot of
that basically he has a football head.
Yeah.
So he's basically Stewie as a grown up.
Yep.
And that girl's like obsessed with him.
Yes,
And that girl's
Good
obsessed
analogy.
with him and has like she's like
Dee-
obsessed with him.
what was her
right?
name?
That
Dee Dee
one
or
girl?
something?
Edie. Or no, that was
Edie.
Dexter, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah,
I
Dee
know.
Dee
All I
Sniffer.
remember
Dee Dee
is
Sniffer.
like she had a shrine of him in her room in her closet or something.
Yeah,
like
she
that.
secretly loved Arnold.
Yeah, I was
Like,
that's
she
not
hated
creepy
him
at all.
on in public. But no.
Yep.
Mhm.
Mhm.
We don't have shrines for our significant other. What are you talking about? I do. In the basement. What are you talking about? Where I keep all my.
Dirty little secrets.
What? We're live? Oh, I mean, what? It never happens.
So what do you guys think of Superman having a sense of humor?
He
In
should.
general, or like
yeah,
the
Lois
com-
Lane, the actress who plays
Lois Lane
in-
herself.
No, what I'm saying is Superman Legacy's Lois Lane pretty much said that this Superman will have a sense of humor, like the classics. Whoa, mic drop.
Right.
I mean, I feel like I feel like if you look at like Superman and Lois as a TV show, I feel like that's a perfect example of how that would be done. So, like, I think
And
Superman
also-
with a sense of humor works.
Yeah,
If
and
you-
also a key part about Superman's character that I think I'm not saying it's been lost. I think it's just a key part that some angles don't really explore, at least fully, is that at heart he's a friend,
Mhm.
right? So like one of the cool parts about him is the fact that even though he's an alien, he's just as human as us. And
Mhm.
making him really grounded, like literally the definition of grounded for Superman is saving a cat from a tree.
Yep.
And
Mhm.
Christopher Reeve, like his Superman did that. And my favorite Superman has always been Henry Cavill. I love that version of Superman.
Agreed.
But his version of Superman did not really explore a lot of the lighter tones because his arc was never finished. We never got to see that. I think we would have gotten to for sure, but we didn't get to. But I like the road that they paved, but we didn't get to see that. And I think that that's a very important part of this character. So seeing that in, say, like Tyler Hoechlin's Superman, and definitely in what Superman Legacy is going to do, because I trust James Gunn to do what he does best, and he makes, in my opinion, really good movies. So I'm excited. So yeah, that's a long drawn out answer.
I'm just waiting for him to announce Bradley Cooper's going to be voicing a raccoon in the movie.
Yep.
Crypto. Yeah. Voice crypto.
I mean, I am curious because he's
Crypto.
kind of like the edgelord king, and when you give him a property like Superman, I'm like he usually he came from doing trauma films, doing like Toxic Avenger and stuff. He likes gross, so like how is he going to handle Superman? I'm really curious. I mean, I trust him. I think he's a great director, but it's going to be interesting to see what he does.
Once he said that he figured out how to write Superman when his father passed, that makes me think he's going to go at this very emotional and to the heart.
Yep.
I'm like, because before his father passed, he had no idea how to do it. And I don't blame him. Like, how do you write Superman? Right? Like, how do you, because you can't please everybody.
Right.
But how do you approach the guy who basically can't die,
Right.
except for certain things like
Kryptonite? Yeah.
But
But when I think of like humor, I mean, like as you said, Christopher Reeves was a perfect example of the grounded one, but he had humor too. Like he was like standing on a building and he goes, "Is something wrong with the elevator?"
Yeah.
and when he gets hit like with a crowbar, he's like, "Oh, bad vibrations." I mean, there's quips, and how do you have a guy telling jokes about when clearly it's fantasy? Like he has powers. There's got to be some sort of quips to where like someone that's literally depowered and can't do shit. Like he's overpowered, and so he has to make jokes. It just feels like
as much as I hate the Whedon cut of Justice League, there are some lines of Superman in there, other than like these very key ones that are really corny that I don't like. The two ones that come to mind for me are when he's about to punch Steppenwolf. He's like, "Is this guy still bothering you?" I thought that was really funny. And then he has another line where
truth, justice,
that one I hate that line. But he's flying alongside Flash, and then he calls him a slowpoke.
Yeah,
perfect. Because that's how it would be in like an animated cartoon. That's the same energy. And I think I don't know, Snyder's vision and everything, I don't think that's really the mood, but he has humor in his movies, and I'm sure they could have fit that in there somewhere. But we never got to see that. And I've always loved humor like that, especially coming out of his Superman. He has a sense of humor. Christopher Reeve very much like played that off very well, and I don't see a problem with that at all.
I'm actually trying to figure out a scene in Man of Steel where he actually told a joke. Like he did, not like
there isn't. It's
that movie's bleak as fuck. It's fine though.
It is.
Yeah.
What about Batman v Superman? Was there a joke in there?
No,
I don't think so.
That's even more bleak.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
it is. I just
the only thing I can think of is like, "Do you bleed or something or bury it?" I'm like, that's a funny kick-ass scene, but it's also like not funny.
I think y'all are forgetting the part when he was holding General Zod and he went through the building and told him a quip. I forgot that part. Like, haha. Yeah, sorry about this. And smash.
The only thing that's remotely funny in that movie that I remember Superman ever saying was when he's about to go off to stop the world engine. And then he's like, "You might want to step back a little bit." And then she steps back. Maybe a little more. And then he takes off.
That was fun. Oh, and I guess this wasn't really Superman per se, but there was a joke where we know him as Martian Manhunter and the female soldier, and the joke came from her, where it's like, where the Martian Manhunter turns to her and says, "What? Oh, I just think he's really hot."
She's not wrong, but that's funny.
They really need to look to the Cap movies, I think, because Marvel did a pretty good job, and I mean they're both Boy Scouts, right? Like I think that you can model similar behaviors, and I would not be surprised if that's the route that James Gunn takes with all the time that he spent with Marvel. He kind of goes a more Marvel's Cap route with how they handle him.
That's actually not a bad idea because he did work with Marvel. He saw how those movies worked. Because I bet he's looking at Marvel like what worked for them in terms of the balance. Because DC didn't have a balance, not really.
Yeah.
So
true.
No. There was a lot of conflicting visions on DC's end.
Yeah.
I mean, what do y'all think that
it's a lot of rushing? It's a lot of rushing and trying to like slap things together that just didn't work.
What were you gonna say, Maddox?
Yeah.
I was just saying, what do y'all think the DCU? I mean, like the whole Chapter 1 Gods and Monsters thing. What do you think the end point of that is? Because we have like half the slate apparently, so it's not really a clear.
Oh, the end point for just like part 1?
Chapter 1. Yeah.
Right.
I've seen the New Frontier. A lot of people have said New Frontier, or
possibly
I saw even like Blackest Night.
Fatal 5. Oh no,
but
not Fatal 5. I mean, I think forming the Justice League. probably is going to be the
right. I think at least we'll just get a decent Justice League movie, which is what we need. So that would be
one that actually goes to theaters and is successful. Yes,
and is canon. Right.
Canon.
I mean, if you think about it, the gods and monsters kind of like, what do we clarify as monsters? Because you see creatures commandos, are they monsters?
Right.
Yeah.
Or
I think so. Yeah.
Or Swamp Thing is a monster. I mean, but he's not a bad guy.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like
we also got to take into account of what I mean. Again, I don't know the nooks and crannies of this, but I know that there's some carrying over from what James Gunn has done before into this new cinematic universe, because Blue Beetle is in this new DCU, and then
you got Peacemaker.
Peacemaker, exactly, and like the Suicide Squad.
Didn't they say the Blue Beetle movie is like not canon or something?
Yeah, it's really confusing because they're saying it isn't, but
it's like same actor, but the movie's not canon.
No, they basically said this is like this. The Blue Beetle, the movie doesn't mean anything, but the characters moving forward.
Yeah.
Because there's like one aspect of it that's like world thing, but like really that movie wasn't world scale. Like it was like a small thing. So
it was grounded.
Yeah,
so, honestly,
it wasn't.
It was grounded within the bigger aspect of DCU.
I mean,
I feel like that's the thing. Is just like it feels like with some of these projects, you have the one side of like, okay, well, we're taking these characters. Like, I don't know what you guys thought about The Flash, but I thought they were gonna go a lot better with like the reboot. Like, if I was James Gunn and I was gonna go and like say we're gonna do this whole like reset the timeline, let's actually set up a proper new universe and make it feel like it's set up. Because it just feels like what they did was give us, here's George Clooney's now in this world. I'm like, but that has nothing to do with what's coming forward. So
because
they should have cleaned that up a little bit. Ezra's not going to be
the Flash. Ezra's not the Flash.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, and literally, they already finished shooting the movie. All they could do was a post credit to say he's not connected to the next thing. He's gone. Yeah. We do have Jake sitting back here. Sorry, man. I was trying to find a time to ring in, man. What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I
was a little late. I got Subway on the way home.
No, don't worry. Subway. I had Subway for lunch. Don't worry. Eat fresh. But the point about the Flash, I mean, I'm glad that didn't, because you couldn't have Ezra there because they don't want to continue with Ezra. Right.
Yeah.
So
they could have just shown somebody in a Flash shoot, but not shown you who the actor is to say, "Hey, this is the new."
Yeah, they've done that before. But
here's the problem: they didn't have Superman and Lois cast yet when the movie came out, or did they?
No.
Not that we know of.
They would have had to have cast Superman. They would have had to cast other people. That's rushing it. Can't do that.
That's true.
Well, they could have put a totally different bills.
I mean, they screwed themselves over ever since they announced, that they're doing their reboot 4 movies early. So
yeah, well, I just feel like maybe we didn't necessarily need to see like new characters, but just like it would have been nice if we saw a new world that was eventually going to be the world that we see, just so that like you said, like if the Flash is here, let's focus on something different. Like even just like an end credit scene of like, okay, well this is happening now, and this whole thing that we did ultimately created this world. Like maybe you don't need to focus necessarily on what new characters you have, but build that world so that we know that, like, because I feel like after the Flash, we had it into Blue Beetle, we had it into Aquaman, and then it's just like, well, but the Flash just felt like the DCEU was over. Like it felt like it was the end. I mean, we said goodbye to Ben Affleck's Batman. We had Supergirl. It's like, it just.
Well, I think a lot of the decisions were based off of that movie's failure, though, too, right? Like, I don't think that they knew what they were going to do until it failed, and then they were like, "All right, we're getting out of here." Yeah,
because James Gunn's like, "Can we put George Clooney in there?" And the movie didn't even make $300 million. So, and they tanked that movie. One of the biggest box office bombs ever. So,
how much money did they?
I also think when he announced his plans for Gods and Monsters, he basically said we're starting with creatures, commandos, and everything else not amount to anything, basically.
He didn't say that. He just said, here's the timeline and then the Flash and then here's this stuff. And then we're going to start a new DCU. Like,
because you see the pattern of as soon as he said that, box office fail, box office fail, box office fail, box office fail.
I have to contradict you. The DCEU has been failing since 2018 Aquaman. Yeah. That movie made $1 billion. Yeah. Every other film since then, the DCU has bombed or underperformed. So it was not James Gunn. Black Adam couldn't make $400 million, and that had The Rock.
Right.
And honestly, I guess
that's a really good point.
Yeah. So the DCU was a failure for years before James Gunn showed up.
Yeah.
So,
my guess is that Creature Commandos, my guess, was being written long before he ever took over. I don't think that was ever
with him. Him doing Suicide Squad, he probably had other pitches that he was probably throwing at them, and they're like, "Want to come work for DC?" Like, all right, let's do Creature Commandos. What? I'm gonna get a stacked cast for this show. Oh, what?
Yeah,
David Harbour.
I think he was probably planning when he wrote the Suicide Squad and was starting to build a Peacemaker, just like, what if I don't go back to Marvel? What if I don't get to make Guardians 3? So then, now I have to think, what am I going to do? Well, what's going to be these projects? How is it going to fit together? Like, what am I doing now? Are we still in this world? Am I going back to Marvel? Am I doing one more movie? Like, so it's just interesting to see when you think of the perspective of what he probably was going through.
I mean, he was out of Marvel for like a few months. So, I mean, he had time, but I think ultimately it's like once you do Suicide Squad, he already realized I'm not doing anything after Guardians 3. So he had to figure that out. I mean, I get this point too. The Batman Part 2 might start shooting this year. It should. It's coming out next year. So
can't wait.
It's kind of like the only thing that I really care about at this point.
That's the one DC movie that I care about more than any Marvel movie ever. Like right now.
Not even Joker 2, the musical.
No,
not even that.
I'm not excited for that at all.
No.
I literally can't believe that I am in a part of my life right now, because superheroes and this media has been such a big part of my life ever since I was a kid. And I'm living in a phase right now where I'm not interested to go see certain superhero movies in cinema.
Right.
Like there's certain, and like again, I'm speaking for me, and I'm sure some people agree with me, and I'm sure there are plenty of people out there that are still excited, and good for them. Go watch what you want to watch, and if it appeals to you, that's fantastic. I'm glad that it does. For me though, I don't know. It's just the last for me, in the grand scheme of things, when I went to go see The Flash, I went to go see it with my girlfriend, and we had a great time watching it. But for me personally, as it kind of sat with me, and I'm looking at everything, the whole picture, and Henry Cavill's not Superman anymore, Ben Affleck's not Batman anymore, and that was the opportunity for them to send them off. While things were happening during that movie, and they didn't know everything, I'm sure, but it just sucked. And I being able to not have a solid send off for characters that we spent such a long time for. Like I've imagined, like if we were in that same, for me, if that was the same situation for, say, like Grant Gustin as the Flash or something like that, I don't know how I would have been able to handle that, because he had been the character for so long. And we got a send off for him, which was great. That doesn't always happen. But the fact that we live in a world where superheroes and contracts exists, and we don't know when something's going to fall through, or when the last time we're going to see a character is, or whether or not an arc's going to get finished, is insane to me. And I don't think that was going through anyone's heads when Iron Man was made. It was a solid story in one movie, and it just introduced a character, and we're like, great, we have an Iron Man movie, that's great. And then they started making sequels. And then they started making sequels, and they're like, okay, this is cool, we're getting more and more. And I don't know, it's just it feels gross to me. I can't imagine that I can't believe I'm saying that, but
I don't blame you. I mean, I didn't watch some. Go ahead, Jake.
Oh, I was just going to say, some of their send-offs or lack thereof, I get not all of it was their fault, but some of it kind of was, because they spent like over $200 million for a Henry Cavill Superman cameo in The Flash, and they didn't use it. So
well, they didn't spend $200 million. They paid him like what?
It was 250.
250,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
What did he get paid for Black Adam?
I meant to say 1,000. I meant to say 1,000. Sorry, but yeah, they paid him all that money for a cameo, and they didn't end up using it. And
James Gunn went in and went, nope.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I didn't watch the Marvels until yesterday for the first time.
I haven't watched it. I don't know what.
Yeah, I reacted to it. I had to react to it. So, and then
some MCU movie reacted to.
Yeah, and Aquaman 2, I think, comes out digital next week, and I'll be watching that for the first time.
Was it? By the way, Chainsaw, was it mid or was it below mid for you?
I hate that word mid. I hate that.
Okay, was it like was it okay to watch? Like it wasn't like my eyes, I got leave the theater. Basically.
Hold on, I wasn't in the theater. I was here. I was sitting here at this table.
So compared to what I just saw with Echo, it's one of the best things I've seen ever because Echo was abysmal. But
I gave on critic list. If you guys want to follow me, Chainsaw Reacts. The Marvel's got a 55% decent. I enjoyed it more than I disliked it. I think the villain is the main issue. I could give a shit. I don't care about the villain.
Yeah.
But the trio, Monica, Kamala, Carol, like it works. They all work.
Did you have a problem with the backstory of Camilla and Monica like disappearing? Like there was obviously like they showed you a backstory, but was it enough to make you remember of the TV show?
I mean, I really didn't need to remember it. It was fine. Like
it was fine. The built-in knowledge is
yeah, because you realistically don't need to watch the show to go, okay, Kamala.
Yeah, that's what I was trying
to. That's honestly the best part is Amon first seeing Carol and going, like it was like
that's basically her character to a T. So you really don't even need to watch the show.
Well, what I found hilarious was when the movie came out, you had people going, "Oh, and like this big dynamic between Carol, Monica, and Kamala is the best part of the movie." I'm like, "Well, I would hope so. Like, if the dynamic between them doesn't work, then your movie's gonna fail."
The movie would have failed if they got them together pretty early on screen. If they would have made us wait like over half the movie, I don't think it. I think it would have been a disaster.
Yeah, it was cut to pieces. I mean, it was just you could tell that
there was stuff cut. I'm glad that they cut a lot of the singing planted out because apparently there was a lot more of that. Like, thank you. We don't need that.
Yeah. Sorry. They even said that they will only do the joke as long as it fits. Like they will stop at a certain point, and you see the stopping point where it's like, okay, let's just talk normal.
Yeah, because like they got he's bilingual. That means he can talk.
It is always funny that after these movies come out, you see somebody from behind the cast. They'll say, "Hey, this movie had this many amount of reshoots on it." It's like you could tell that already without them having to come out and say it.
Right.
I do recommend the Miss Marvel show. It's fun. It's just you don't have to watch it to watch the Marvels, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's like
if you know the character even a little bit.
As soon as I watched it, I felt like all the hate towards it was forced. That's what I was trying to point out.
I just think it's so strange how they, I get regardless of the movie's quality or whatever, but Marvel making a movie like a big theatrical release movie based on one movie that people were like meh about, and then two TV shows that did kind of fine.
Right.
And so it's weird that they were like, what? How did it fail? And it's like, what did you expect? It's like they made Black Adam 2 without Henry Cavill. It's like, what did you, you were setting yourself up for failure.
I think all this comes back to respect for the fans. Like it feels like they don't respect the fans and the people watching. They just do whatever they want, and then people are like,
because it worked before. That's the thing. Right. It worked in the Infinity Saga. Yeah. I think ultimately what they wanted to do was like, okay, we have these characters. Let's put them together in a movie. It's gonna work, and it does. Their chemistry is great. We need to have one of them go to another universe. We need to set up some X-Men shit, and that's about it. We're just setting up Secret Wars shit. That's all we're doing. Like it feels like, let's just do it to get them so that they know each other. So when Secret Wars happens, there's no confusion of who is who and what's going on. Like, okay, they've all met. It's fine.
Yeah, and there were some early MCU movies that kind of suffered from that same problem because I'm just going to use this for an example. If you look at like Iron Man 2, it's basically just a setup movie to the first Avengers.
Yeah,
not a lot from that movie happens that you remember.
Black Widow.
That last scene where he's just like Avengers Initiative, Iron Man, yes, Tony Stark.
Yeah, like the billboard of all these characters and stuff, like locations on the like.
Yeah, and it feels like they're doing that now, but they're repeating that same problem of not making a movie with substance to go along with the setup.
And then you add that stuff in.
Yeah,
because literally, all was let's set up Young Avengers. Like that's really what it was.
Right.
Let's set up
it's like Ant-Man and the Wasp was another one. The only thing that really did anything for anybody was the post-credit scene.
I actually kind of have to laugh at the fact that Edward Norton's movie is part of the MCU, and they made fun of it in She-Hulk, where he's like, "I was a totally different person back then." Woo!
we still have yet to find the quintessential Hulk casting in my mind.
No, go ahead. Sorry, my bad.
I was going to say I loved Ruffalo in the first Avengers movie. I'd say that's probably where he peaked, and then afterwards they just continued to make the character into a joke, and it got a bit difficult to watch.
What about his son? Yeah. His son.
Oh my God!
Yes.
Where did that come from?
Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere.
That was Flash level CGI.
Well, that's also goes to a bigger issue. The MCU is introducing too many new characters. They don't know where to put them next.
Yeah.
Like
in shows that people don't like.
When is Shang-Chi going to show up next?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, so their whole problem.
Right.
Well, their whole problem is just that. So they move forward. Everything they do is setting up the next thing. They're not telling stories at this point. They're just okay. Well, we have Secret Wars coming, so here's this character. Now this character needs to feature in this character's story, so it's no longer their story. So if you look at Doctor Strange 2, look, here we go. Oh, Doctor Strange, we got to have Wanda in it. Oh, we got to have Wanda and Doctor Strange, and we got to introduce America Chavez? Yeah, no. Like, that's like...
And the Illuminati.
That's the problem.
I feel like something like dramatic like happened to where it feels like it's spaced out too much. Like we usually had like 4 MCU movies in a year, and that's not the case anymore.
Yeah. They just need to be.
Well, I mean, like if you look at phase 1, 2, and 3, we had a like compact story where it basically we don't forget anything that happened previously as the story went on. Where this one, I totally forgot what happened back in like Black Widow, and it's just now getting to Thunderbolt. Like I'm gonna have to watch phase 4 again just to get to Thunderbolt.
I don't have.
Are there any Marvel movies coming out this year?
Deadpool 3.
Deadpool 3. That's it.
Just Deadpool.
Venom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unless they move stuff around. I don't know.
And then you got the Sony movies coming this year too.
Oh,
let's not talk about
masterpieces.
We're talking about Marvel that hopefully can turn things around. We're not talking about Sony that's driving their shit into the ground.
Dude,
are we sure it's not already there?
I mean, it's there, but they're now burying it 6 feet under.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Madam Web is
excited for Madam Web?
$1 trillion.
That's like the sinister.
Did you say $1 trillion, Madam Web?
Yeah, I mean, not just Madam Web. Craven, Madam Web, Venom 3. You know, they'll be in the $1 trillion club.
Oh, I forgot about
Craven. In their own Avengers movie, the Venom, Craven, Madam Web, that's going to make $1 trillion.
That's a multiverse movie.
But let's also remember that the people behind Madam Web also did Morbius, so that's not
the other master.
Yeah.
Why do you think this is No Way Home back in the theater? Because that movie did so badly.
This is a shameless. This is just a bit of a shameless plug. But recently, this is maybe just what could happen if, like, best case scenario, if the merger between the MCU and whatever is it the Sony Cinematic Universe? I don't know what it is.
The Spunk.
But I did.
Sony
but I did.
Universe Marvel characters.
Yeah, I did a video of like an animation project. It's about like a minute long of like a little teaser of what Spider-Man 4 could be. And I have Tom Holland's Spider-Man and Tom Hardy's Venom meeting in it. If you want to watch it, go for it. I don't know if it's ever going to be that good based on what's happening right now. So it's really wishful thinking, but it's on my channel.
Tom Hardy's done after Venom 3. Like he's done his Venom.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know what's happening. It's really weird.
Sony doesn't know.
I just can't. I don't like the fact that they just went ahead and they're doing all these movies and Spider-Man isn't even in them.
Right.
They're not even.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense.
When each of these movies bomb, they're not learning from them either.
No. Well, the problem is it's the contract with Disney. That's why Spider-Man's not in it. Yeah.
They've got the IP and they're just reaching into a grab bag and they're like, "What Spider-Man person comes out? All right."
So because Disney has to confirm, like Disney has to like sign like a temporary contract for each character they use in the MCU, and then Sony can do whatever they want with the other ones. Right. So that's the problem.
Yeah. Venom. We've had 2 movies with Venom.
Sounded like the song.
Venom. Yeah, but we've had 2 movies with this character. We've introduced Carnage. Carnage is dead.
Yeah, he's gone.
And we haven't seen. We only saw. Like Spider-Man hasn't even had the symbiote yet.
It's in there though. There's a little teeny bit at the end. Remember?
It is. Yes, that's true. Yeah. And look, I don't think creative liberty is a bad thing. I think you can do a lot of cool stuff with it. And if you utilize it right, you can make a very compelling story. Take the recent Spider-Man game, for instance. Peter didn't have the symbiote at first, and then gets it, and then gets it removed, and then Venom comes into the picture, but the symbiote was already on someone else before it was on Peter, and it worked. I think that was very good storytelling. So it can work, but they're doing so much with Eddie and Venom to the point where they're making them this bonded pair. I don't know how they're going to do this stuff with Peter getting the symbiote for it to work in the same way, because it just feels so discombobulated. And I don't know. I'm very nervous. I don't know where they're going to go with it. I don't know if it's going to be good.
At this point, just give it to Matt Gargan.
Yeah.
Maybe kind of think back to what they did in the comics, because they had Peter wearing the symbiote in the comics for so many years before eventually getting rid of it.
I mean, watch them do that for Secret Wars.
Well, do you think they're saving it for Secret Wars?
I think. Yeah. If it's not Spider-Man 4, or they tease at the end of Spider-Man 4 leading into Secret Wars, then yes.
I mean, it would make sense because that was the story where it happened. But also think about this: going into this fifth Avengers movie before Secret Wars, you're probably going to have to spend about a third of that movie reforming the team because you don't know who your Avengers are at this point.
Yes.
Well, that was where that rumor came up that instead of doing Kang Dynasty now, that they're just going to do a World War Hulk movie to basically just speedrun getting the Avengers team together. Of like,
that would
your
be
main
interesting.
616.
I was going to say they did a World War Hulk
and
movie.
then do
Secret
Secret Wars.
Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In terms of the point here behind the Kernel, Lord Miller is the reason why Cross Spider-Verse is so good, because they know how to tell a story. And Morbius, it seems like Sony live action.
Morbius had a story.
I haven't seen Morbius, so I don't know. But is the CGI the bad part, or the story?
The whole thing is the bad part.
Everything.
It's
okay.
It's like the rest of it is so bad to the point where the CGI doesn't even matter. Like, it could be the best thing ever, and it still would be bad.
Also, Vulture pops up for some weird reason.
That makes no sense.
That spell,
they completely ruin his arc. Yeah.
I think they're going to explain that away with the Sony-verse, like the thing they did across the Spider-Verse, where people were going into different worlds, and they like the 1602 Vulture, that kind of thing. That's probably what they're going to. Oh, he's gone now. If y'all didn't like that, you know.
Yeah.
We got stuff
back
in
in
the
the
universe.
Just, it's
I don't know why he'd act like that.
It's so weird because I think what they were trying to go for is that they were trying to make Adrian Toomes of the MCU more like I again, don't quote me on this. I'm just kind of assuming, but I thought they were trying to do it so that he would be Tom Holland's Norman Osborn.
Yeah,
I would believe that if he was in more than the first movie.
The way he smiles at Peter in the car, he feels like a Green Goblin.
And the thing is, because they're going for different things, so I don't mind it as much as I love Spider-Man and Green Goblin.
Right.
But
I think that's Sony not wanting to give up Norman. But they allowed No Way Home because it's the old one, it's fine.
And
which was really great though.
Almost $2 billion at the box office. Yes.
Well, that movie also had a really special case because people would criticize the past Spider-Man movies for having too many characters in them. And then a lot of people would try to drag No Way Home into that same thing. But the difference is every character that got was in this movie, you already knew them, so they didn't have to establish anybody new. I mean, there were younger people that probably didn't know who Toby was, who Andrew was, and who some.
And
of
if they didn't, shame on them.
That's weird. I mean, you got all the stuff to watch beforehand.
Yeah, I still low-key want to see like what they hinted at the end of Homecoming, where Toombs again, who like disappears as a cliffhanger, and then runs into this guy who you later find out that he's Scorpion. I kind of want to see what his suit would look like, because that I'm like kind of curious. I love the
Spider-Man PS4 suit for Scorpion.
Oh
yeah, the game. Cool. That seems like just do that.
I'm assuming the Scorpion suit is going to be somehow related to Stark Tech. I'm guessing again.
He was a Stark employee.
Yeah, he was a Stark employee that went bad.
Co-CEO, yeah.
I literally had to go back to watch Iron Man to find out that that's the same guy. Okay.
I that whole gimmick of them using a villain who's motivated because they hate Tony Stark. I mean, it got old after a while, but the fact that they kept using it after he was already dead, that's when I officially crossed the line. It's like, okay, like we don't need.
He's the face of the MCU
because they used it 7 times.
Everyone hated Tony Stark. That's fine. Everyone should be a villain at that point, right?
I think it worked for Vulture because I really liked that.
For Vulture, it worked. Mysterio, not so much.
With me, it's a thing where it's like for Mysterio, it was kind of like the same thing. Like they tried to. That's a funny comment.
I didn't like that movie either. So.
Yeah, like for me, my feelings about that movie are like it's my least favorite in the trilogy, but I don't hate it or anything. I don't watch it that often. I'll give you that, but it's fine. I enjoyed it when I watched it in the theater, but I do have to agree. I don't like it when they use the same quirk about a villain twice, especially if it was twice in a row. Because look, I'll just say that I think it's cool that the hatred of the villain, the hatred a villain has over another hero in the universe that's like such a big name is cool, because that's really cool world building, and it adds stakes. But for a Spider-Man story too, it is a little weird because we like Spider-Man stories that are a bit more grounded here, right? I mean, they shouldn't be so big all the time. They should be street level sometimes, because that's what he is.
This was a fresh new take on Spider-Man, going to like fighting more than just his street level rogue scholar, if you will.
Sure.
I think it was a nice way to because he was tied to Civil War, and the fact that he actually outs himself in the comics, that never happened. But the whole having Spider-Man in this bigger universe where it's not like Tobey Maguire, where he says, "What's Avengers? Is that like a band?" Like he never had these heroes helping him. He was a solo Spider-Man in a solo world with no other heroes that he came across, apparently.
Well, so there was one, but he died.
Well, yeah.
Toby and Ben Affleck Daredevil were very loosely connected through Kingpin. Through Spider-Man, the new animated series, they had
Michael Clark Duncan was in there.
Voiced by the same guy. And there's no like contradicting information in the movie. So like if you want,
and wasn't there a Punisher cameo too in the second Spider-Man?
Yeah, the stunt double was in the background, so you can make those all in one.
And then they were going to connect it to the early X-Men movies, but that didn't end up
with
happening.
Hugh Jackman and that scheduling. And now Hugh Jackman's in Deadpool 3, so everything works out.
So. And also, wasn't there that one rumor where they were going to say that Doc Ock's arm were built by Stark Industries at one point? Was that a thing, or was that just a rumor?
I don't ever remember hearing that.
Yeah, I heard that somewhere. I don't know how valid that is. But knowing what we have now, I'm like, I don't know how well that would have worked. But now I like Toby's hit just by himself.
Yeah.
If we actually do get like a grounded Spider-Man for like in like a grounded story, I would like other grounded heroes being in the grounded story. Like Daredevil.
Right. Big name. Like
Daredevil.
Punisher,
Punisher is a grounded story too.
So grounded characters: Daredevil,
Prowler.
the Eternals.
What would be hilarious is the fact that what would be hilarious with Spider-Man is like fighting Punisher, because Punisher, like, he uses guns, so it'll be really funny that he's shooting at Spider-Man and Spider-Man's dodging every single freaking bullet.
No, this is John Bernthal Punisher. He would hit him immediately. Right. He would kill Spider-Man.
No, I mean the first shot, he was like, "What the heck?" And then he was like, "Okay, time to change up, bazooka."
Yeah, he would or like those promo shots of him carrying like a freaking Gatling gun or whatever in Daredevil season 2. Just
well, just imagine if he had that giant battle van from Spider-Man animated series.
Oh yeah,
he would be screwed.
Thank you for loving us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, we'll have Echo in there. Yeah, just to fight Daredevil again.
Please don't.
What? I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I got.
I have not seen Echo. Is it worth my time, Echo?
It's people are mixed on it. It seems.
I haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah,
I will
it's
say
the worst
like,
thing I've seen.
I will say, like, from my perspective, it was nice to see a person who's really deaf and amputated without a leg, without a leg, really without a leg, doing those things. So from my point of view, it is empowering.
Stop yelling, Draven. Jesus. All capping.
But it is kind of like mid-story. It's like, like,
well, they cut a lot of episodes. Like they cut episodes entirely.
That whole show got
it wasn't full. But Kingpin was the highlight of the story. So
that's the marketing, like that. Of course it is.
So he's only in like the last 2 episodes.
Kingpin and Daredevil are the like what would the excitement.
That if you look at the marketing, yes,
right.
That's exactly
the plan was to have Matt be like a supporting character.
Yeah,
and they cut him out because it connected Born Again. So they had
the original Born Again they scrapped.
Yeah. And just think too, the only Disney Plus series from Marvel that people pretty much like as a collective is the only one that got a second season. So the rest of them people
WandaVision got a lot of people liking it. You're forgetting WandaVision. Don't forget WandaVision. That was the beginning.
It was a decent start of it, but yeah, pretty much everything after that except for Loki.
Decent start, dude. That show was crushing it. People were losing their minds over that show.
I agree. Yeah, I really like that.
I'm not saying the show wasn't good. Like, it got people like.
But you just said it was decent, and you said, "Oh, the only good one got a second season." So
putting words in my mouth.
I mean, you actually said that.
I know, and I tried to elaborate.
We will go back and play the clip again.
Roll the footage, test it.
I agree.
The biggest problem with Echo's just been that the lead actress just can't.
Behind the Kernel, I actually just saw.
I just
saw What If season 2. I do genuinely enjoy What If.
It's fun.
Like, it was really, really fun.
I want it. That's why I'm excited for more animation. More variety.
Because like, we're able to see a lot of things that we're not really able to see in live action because we have someone else playing Tony Stark and Captain America, but we still have stories with them, which I think is fantastic. Because it would really suck if the last time we saw stories with them were, back in whenever those movies came out. But I'm glad that they're still doing stuff with the character, even though we've moved to a new generation now.
Don't worry, we'll be back on Secret Wars. Don't worry.
I really hope that's not true, though.
Oh, it will be.
It will, because they can't survive without it. If you look at all their new characters they're releasing, they're all terrible because they're not interesting. They're just
here,
and so that's why they have to fall back on them.
At that point, if we still continue down the road that we're going down, which is a very real possibility, I will be begging for it. But for right now, I still have a little bit of hope.
What I'm saying is they're not going to be permanent fixtures. They're just going to see Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans again in Secret Wars because that's going to help push box office.
And do you think, is it going to be variants or is it going to be the same?
Yes, variants. I'm not saying they're bringing back the originals because Kevin Feige, even though Kevin Feige has fibbed in the past, he said that we're not bringing them back. They're dead. But this is Secret Wars, the multiverse. They've been setting this up since day one of this new phases. Multiverse. Well, what's in the multiverse? Another version of Tony. Woo! Let's bring Robert Downey Jr. back. We're gonna
pay played by Tom Cruise.
No.
And
if Robert wins that Oscar, yeah, they're gonna have to really pay him up.
Well, no, that means they're gonna make like a big public event about it. Robert Downey Jr.'s back for Secret Wars. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if they'll do that because think about what they had. Back with No Way Home, they had the biggest crutch to get butts and seats in their hands, and they didn't use it. So,
and it worked out perfectly for them.
Yeah.
Endgame did the same thing. Endgame didn't show you shit in that trailers, and it made almost $3 billion.
So if they just people will probably still come anyway.
I like what they said with Robert Downey Jr., where they we're not going to tarnish his death scene because we're not going to pull that Tony to the.
That's why they're pulling a variant Tony. Yeah. That's exactly
why.
I
like that they're paying respect to it.
They should. And
let's see how they handle Hugh Jackman's stuff too.
Well, yeah, that's the biggest question. What version of Logan is it?
I think they said they're putting it in between Days of Future Past and Logan,
but we don't know which version.
We don't know what version.
Right.
It could be the Days of Future Past version after the timeline's fixed. Could be because I think Logan's on a separate timeline. It's similar, but it's not the same X-Men trilogy. So
this could be the Logan.
They say that it's in 2029 as the year. So,
well, yeah. What were we gonna say, Blaine?
He pulled out the yellow suit at the end of Logan, and that's the one he's wearing in this movie.
Oh, the Wolverine.
Oh, the Wolverine.
Yeah,
the Wolverine. It's that one.
Well, I don't think it's the same one, but
no, because that one was more.
But Deadpool could literally pull that Logan,
right?
And he has the suit. That'd be interesting.
So my favorite tie-in is actually that we didn't even know Logan was going to be in Deadpool 3. So the fact that Deadpool 2 hinted at it when Ryan Reynolds was traveling through time, shooting himself, he goes, "If I come knocking, just say yes."
It is pretty funny that they called that all the way back then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I heard a theory from one of my friends that said, I don't know, because we know that, it made in a very funny reference in Deadpool 2, but we know that Deadpool knows what happens to him. So, I don't know. I heard a friend of mine just had a rumor he's taking him on like it's kind of like a buddy cop movie, but with these two characters because he knows that that's going to happen. And he's taking him on a little thing, for a last ride. I don't know the validity of that. It was a theory, and the way that he phrased it, I'm paraphrasing really bad right now, but I think he said something that I was like, oh, that'd be really interesting. That'd be really fun.
There's another rumor about what version he is, and people are theorizing, what if he's the version on the Earth where Professor Charles Xavier got killed by Wanda in Multiverse of Madness, and that's that Wolverine. Yeah. Or at least that's one of the variants that we'll see.
I also had a theory that he was the Wolverine that you saw Beast in.
I bet they'll tie it in. I bet because why else would Monica be on that specific Earth?
Yep.
Because they did say Charles, and we hear that Patrick Stewart is probably going to be in this movie, Deadpool 3. So,
if Patrick Stewart is alive, they can't it's not the Illuminati Earth.
No, that's not. If they go that route.
Yeah, I think there's going to be any chance of Daphne King coming back.
Yeah, I think she is back.
I think she is. Yeah, the rumor started up that she was asked.
Yeah, I would honestly.
She's got to fall back at something. She's got to fall back at something because she's got Acolyte coming out this year, and then after that, she's going to need something big.
If the Acolyte is successful, which it's a Star Wars show not connected to anything else, it's possible, but.
It has a lot of bad press.
I'm really looking forward to the Acolyte because of Daphne King, who was in Logan.
There's a Wookiee Jedi in the show. There's a Wookiee Jedi.
There's cool things to look forward to. The only thing that makes me really worried is I read some of the comments from the person that's the showrunner, if you call them. And the way that she was talking about George Lucas and some of the ways that she was trying to assassinate his writing and stuff makes me very nervous because it fits with what Disney's done with Star Wars so far, but it looks like it could get worse. Some of her perspective of how she said it's going to be about the Sith infiltrating the Jedi Order, which is a good concept, but if you give it to the wrong people and they execute it poorly, that's where the problem is. And they're already building on the whole. There's already a lot of female characters in this project, and there's a lot like there's also some characters that are like the Wookiee thing is cool, and there's rumors of Plagueis, but after how Disney has previously treated legacy Star Wars characters, I don't know if I want them to handle someone like Plagueis. So there's a whole bunch of stuff like that's one of the things that was one of the hardest things for me is like whenever I like do Star Wars content, it's like I want to focus on it because that was my childhood and I still want to root for them. But I'm so just like I can't keep fighting this losing battle every day. It's just I lose. I got excited for Ahsoka. I lose. Yeah, it sucks.
And I mean, I'm all for like new female characters and stuff like that as long as they're written well. You know,
well, yeah,
like, that's the problem is the agenda over the quality.
And that's the thing that we have the problem is that's what it sounds like. The problem is it's still going to be about the agenda. They don't. So like you guys have heard, we talked about Ray a little bit, but you guys know about the whole thing with the Ray movie director that did Miss Marvel, right? Yeah. So it's bad.
Are you referencing the out of context clip of her talking how she wants to make men uncomfortable?
Oh yeah,
that has nothing to do. That was 7 years ago. That has nothing to do with Star Wars.
I think the question was loaded too when they asked.
Yeah,
it was
that was 7 years ago when she was making specific propaganda movies.
Yeah. Right. I just don't want. I just don't want someone individual. Yeah, I just don't want someone who's gonna do that. Yeah.
I understand your point, but the people took it out of context, saying that this is a recent comment from her about Star Wars, and that's not what she was saying. And the thing is, with
people, I get that,
and I'm not going to sit here and say your opinion is invalid because you have a right to believe and think whatever you want. I think at the end of the day, they have to get approval from higher ups, and one of them is Dave Filoni now at this point. So. We just have to see how it goes. I mean, literally, Ahsoka could have been a train wreck because of all the stuff they had to do, and that came out well. The Mandalorian's been mixed. First two seasons were amazing, but the third season, what the hell?
Yeah, I was gonna say, it used to be amazing.
Yeah,
right.
So it all just depends.
But Obi-Wan was a mess.
That's true.
Yes,
Obi-Wan felt like it should have been a movie, and that was
the original plan.
That was the original plan.
Yeah.
Do you know how many different projects from them fall into that same category of should have been a movie?
Book of Boba Fett probably should not have been made at all.
Well,
that's true. That's what I was going to say. Some are just
almost
also, if you think about it, they finally figured out that they need to hire actual TV show. Was it?
Think about it. Showrunners.
I'm thinking about showrunners. Okay,
well, that was Marvel. That wasn't Star Wars.
But isn't Disney owning Star Wars?
Yeah, but it's separate companies. Lucasfilm and Marvel Studios are separate entities.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Go to the corner. Go to the corner and think about what you just thought of.
They're making a lot of the same mistakes, though. Clearly, there's some stuff happening.
That's what I was trying to say.
Synergistic.
I think Marvel just got too big for their britches, as the kids say, because the first three phases of Marvel was a banger, and they're like, we can do whatever the fuck we want. No, you can't, because you're doing too much.
The fact that the project's being constantly reworked by the Parliament's not really helping them either.
Yeah, that's true. Madam Web was almost 2 hours of bullshit. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's an hour and 56.
Is it really? An hour and 56
that's
too
way
long
too
for me.
That's an hour and 56 too long.
That's what I said on Twitter. How to Train Your Dragon live action.
Before y'all start, I have to roll out. I don't want to interrupt the chat.
No, don't worry about it, man. Thanks
for
being
around.
here.
Thanks for having me on.
Thanks.
See y'all around.
Yeah, man.
See ya, man.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's been real.
Right. Who the fuck was that
guy?
That's a bit we do on the show. That's fun.
You're all going to get it if you leave. Just saying.
All the kids say yes. Whenever you leave, we do that to everybody. What kids say britches? All the kids. I know the lingo. Mm-hmm. Really?
I don't understand half the lingo that I hear nowadays, and I'm nervous about the live action. I'm nervous about it. I love the trilogy so much. It's so good.
They casted the original voice actor for the dad, so I'm kind of kind of sort of excited.
That's a small tip. We're talking like, how are the dragons gonna look? How's the?
It's gonna be real CG heavy.
I mean, if you look at Aragon, that was pretty well done. With
no, not source material wise. No,
not the story wise.
The look, the visual,
the look. Yeah,
like Aragon, as in the book.
No,
the visuals of the dragon.
The movie, like they actually made a pretty cool looking visual dragon.
I actually haven't seen those movies.
Over the Hedge live action. What?
I think Narnia also did a dragon.
I haven't seen the dragon movies.
Have you seen Narnia? The Dawn of the Treader?
I've seen the 3 Narnia movies. I haven't actually seen the.
They also did a pretty good dragon.
If you've seen the Narnia movies, but not How to Train Your Dragon, there's something wrong.
There's something wrong.
The quality's so much better,
especially considering only the first Narnia movie is good.
It was good. I had a good time with that one.
I
think this might be right, Deadshot, especially with that leak about the 20th Century Fox logo.
Yeah,
in the sand.
Yeah, if you guys have read that one of the hilarious things that I would love it if they incorporated. So when you guys think of a character like Luke Cage, who has the bulletproof skin, you think, how is he going to kill somebody like that? He literally poisons his coffee at the Avengers mansion. That's how he ends up.
I mean, that's the way to do it.
I really like that whole story in the comic where he gets paid a lot of money to literally wipe out the entire Marvel universe to start over fresh.
Of course. And then he kills the writers at the end of the book.
Yeah, seriously. You can go full She-Hulk and just go into the writers.
And waste all the budget and don't get a season 2.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a fair point. It's not CGI. I'm sorry. They are getting actual dragons. Sorry.
They're gonna borrow the ones from House of the Dragon. They're gonna
they're gonna get them, and they're gonna paint them up with all pretty colors for how.
I think they had Game of Thrones dragons too. I think there was.
They're gonna borrow those dragons from Harry Potter.
Yeah,
and The Hobbit.
Which I think Harry Potter only had like 2 dragons on screen, so there's that.
By the way, the voice of the one that did the dragon voice of The Hobbit, Benedict
Smaug.
Smaug. Confusing me, but anyways, he was actually pretty menacing.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, that was great.
Did anybody see the Dungeons and Dragons movie?
Yeah,
by the way,
the big fat dragon.
Yeah.
And that's like the big fat dragon just slides down.
Yep.
That dragon was so lazy. Go down.
I haven't seen that movie yet.
It's fun.
Yeah, they're making a Chuck E. Cheese video game.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, game show?
No, a game, like a video game.
What?
Why?
I don't know.
A Chuck E. Cheese game show.
No, a game.
Video game.
Says,
I mean,
is
maybe
it
that
like
would
a
have
Five
worked.
Nights at Freddy kind of thing? Are they trying to
I don't know. Maybe that would have worked 15 years ago, but not now.
Right.
Did you guys hear that Superman is going to be in public domain?
2034, 2035 is Batman.
Really?
In 10 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, sorry.
Get ready for horror.
Get ready for horror Superman 2034.
Yeah.
I mean, look at what they've been doing with Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
But they also like trademarking the S, so they can't use the S or the Batman logo, and they can't use Cape Crusader or
Dark
Knight. Well,
something
if it's
else.
The original iteration Superman, they can use, but probably not the iconic S as it is. It's just like that, like very crude S. They can use.
Yeah, the one that was like this that just had the
and Batman. And for Batman, they could literally just do like a bat, like an actual animal bat on the chest. I know it sounds dumb, but it all depends. Like, what's the original like?
They could do Owlman. Technically,
you guys know Batman was based on the Shadow, right? I don't know if you guys know who the Shadow is, that character or not, but one of the whole concepts of Batman comes from that character. And all these years later, they haven't gotten in as big a trouble for that as you'd think they would.
And then there was a nod to the League of Shadows.
Well, they only called him League of Shadows in that one series. Every other time,
because he was based on Shadows.
Yeah.
Shadows.
Yeah.
They only said League of Shadows only in the Nolan movies.
They also call them the League of Assassins and some other team too.
I think that's the only 2 names that have been used.
No, they used something else, like a small group. I think it was used in Arrow though.
Oh, Arrow.
Oh, that
Arrow
Guild
called
thing,
League of Assassins.
that was a different thing. That Thanatos Guild.
Yeah, it was basically it was a small group of them that they named themselves.
Was that? Did that come from comics? I can't remember.
I'm not sure how this is going to look on screen. I just found this, so sorry if it blocks anybody. Let's see how this works. So that's the original Superman from the Action Comics. Yeah. So the S is there, a yellow kind of space, and blue and red. Yeah. So that's what they can use for Superman.
I really like that shot that they used as a nod to in Superman and Lois, where when he's the pilot in the car. Yeah, that was great.
That Fletcher inspired suit was so good in that.
My mom
I had the pleasure of meeting Tyler Hoechlin in 2022.
Nice.
That's awesome.
I went to New York Comic Con and I got to meet him. The guy is so nice. He's so nice. So cool. Like we got a chance to talk for a little bit, and he was very giving, and like we actually had like a full-on conversation when there was like a line behind me. I got to meet Tom Welling too. That was really, really fun.
Same. It's really cool when you get to
I'm
meet
jealous
cool
right now.
people like that.
I'm jealous right now. Yeah.
They were both so cool. I got to take a picture with them, and I'm so glad that like he was able to maintain the same energy for each person he met. Like the person before me, same level of energy, very, very kind, happy. And I'm just like, man, that's awesome. I'm so glad that I was able to meet him because his interpretation of the character has meant a lot to me. So
it's always cool when that happened.
How did Tom Welling interact with you? Like, was he like the same energy of like or just someone that's drained?
Oh no, he wasn't drained. He was just really chill. Again, I didn't really have too much to say. I what I try to do with people, unless I literally have no idea what to say, with celebrities that I meet or actors I meet, I try to talk to them about like a role that they did that they don't really get talked to about a lot.
Yeah.
Just so I can give them something to talk about that they don't have to talk about all the time.
Yeah, right.
So when I was in high school, I was a big fan of the show Lucifer. So
that's why I
love Lucifer. Love it.
He played the villain
Kang.
in season 3. He played Kane. So I actually told him I said, hey man, I just want to say I love your Superman stuff. I just gotta say I loved you in Lucifer. And I literally saw his face go like he was like, oh yeah. I was like, I did it. I got him to talk about something that he doesn't normally talk about.
You should be like, I love Smallville, but I loved your take in Parkland.
It's a similar thing, you know. So being able to do that was really, really.
I have something.
Yeah, he was really kind. But yeah, anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Oh, it's fine.
I had a huge Smallville fan, so I'm like,
I had something similar like that happen with Kevin Conroy when I met him because obviously like his Batman meant a lot to me and all the different portrayals that he had. But I kind of pulled a wild card that I don't think he was expecting. If anyone here has played the Jack and Daxter games, if you haven't, you should. Mm-hmm. He played this character in those, and I think he was literally just labeled, like in the credits of the game, he was just labeled as Fisherman, but he was just so funny in that game that it was a standout. So when I brought that up to him, he actually stared at me for a few moments. He's like, what? Like he forgot the game because that's not a role a role that I imagine he got talked to very much about at all. So the fact that I just kind of pulled that wild card actually made him second guess.
Yeah.
I just have to do this because I'm jealous because I never met Kevin Conroy, so.
He's a very
I'm kidding.
He's a very sweet guy. I also met him a couple of years ago. He does so many cons, or he did very many conventions. So
yeah.
Do I need to remove you for a second too? I'm kidding.
Making us jealous.
But I mean, when I had the couple minutes that I had with him, I mean, the only thing I could think of to talk about was Batman, because you try to like think about, okay, what am I going to say to this person? What am I going to talk about? And then when you finally are in their presence, you just go blank and you just talk about the first thing you think of, and that's obviously Batman. And
that was like the first, celebrity that I had really met that had such a big impact on me like that. And the whole time I'm sitting there going like, what do I even say? Like, because I was very new to it at the time.
Mhm.
So
You should have told him to subscribe to Chainsaw Reacts. What you should have told him to do.
I agree.
To me, it was bittersweet to like have like Mark Hamill also be like, I can't voice the Joker anymore because my Batman's dead.
Yeah,
so sad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, on that sad note, we got to bring him in. He's been waiting on stage for like 2 minutes. Sorry, behind the Colonel.
What's up,
man?
guys?
Sorry, that was a really sad.
Now
note.
you're in front of the Colonel.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Got it. Yeah. So that's one Batman I've met. I haven't met this one yet.
Oh, okay.
I can't. You guys can see that.
Oh, Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Keaton Michael.
Speaking
Before
of
we
Kevin,
start another subject really quickly. Yeah, I gotta head out. But
all right, man.
It was
good.
It was lovely talking to you guys. You guys take care. Okay.
Later, buddy.
Take care.
Nice being here.
Bye.
See ya. Bye. Who the fuck was that?
Who was that
guy?
What is going on? These people just breaking into the stream.
Things have definitely gotten out of hand.
Literally.
Speaking of, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
Speaking of Kevin Conroy's Batman, I'm not really that excited for the game, but I heard a cool detail that in the new Suicide Squad game, that Batman's going to be like stalking you as you play the game, and I love that.
Yeah, it's like reverse Predator. Yeah.
So Kevin Conroy is going to stalk me? Fuck yeah.
So it's like you are the thugs. Like you are given the perspective of the thugs in the Arkham games, like in those Predator situations. It's like he's going to be looking at you instead of you looking down at them.
Is a blue lightning symbol going to appear over my head, and he's just going to like?
It sounds utterly terrifying, but I'm so excited for it.
Well, I want it.
Yeah.
I want it.
I don't know. I saw. I mean, now that the NDA is finally up, I can actually talk about it. The way that his Batman and Superman supposedly met and Batman ended up joining the Justice League, that's what I'm really not a fan of, because Batman's not the type of character who would just go like, oh yeah, sure, I'll join you guys. I mean, think back to the Justice League cartoon. He said, like, no, I'm not a team player, but he even went on to say, when you need help and you're going to, I'll be there. But now he's just, like,
I just love the bit where he's in the car and shit's going down. They call him up. Hey, can you come? No.
Yeah, right.
No.
And when they all agree to like expose themselves, he's like, I'm not agreeing to anything.
See,
when they were all like hiding from the Hawk people, like he just like exposed everybody. He's like,
like Wally West, Clark Kent.
That kind of like brings me up to like a joke. Even though I don't really like Joss Whedon's Justice League, there was a joke that I did find interesting, funnily, where he gets in the car with the Flash or Barry Allen. And
that's not the that's Snyder. That's
Snyder. It was during he was like, "What's your superpower again?" And he goes, "I'm rich."
I think that's
versions.
That's Snyder though. That's Snyder.
That's Snyder.
That's Snyder.
Josh Whedon had it in his Josh Whedon Justice
because he took Zack's footage, dude.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's Zack's footage.
I was quoting that one. I didn't.
God damn it.
This guy.
This dude. Kidding, man. Come on.
I don't know. There's a lot of things that I hate about Whedon's cut of that movie, to the point where even though there might be some other DCEU movies that are objectively better, it's still the one that I dislike the most.
Yeah.
Okay, it was in both. So.
But
I thought it was that one only.
Yeah, no, I mean it was a good line, and
a good line. It's just the source.
Right.
Johnny, I know you're
in the
chat.
It appeared in 2017 first, so
check Twitter, Johnny.
That movie's like, it's so hard to rewatch though because it's 4 damn hours long.
So
yeah.
Right. It's still really good.
Yeah.
I mean, it is still really good, and a lot of people
4 hours fun.
Well, I don't know. I mean, there's some things that you could definitely trim from that movie, and this is what I found hilarious. When Aquaman goes into the water after turning him down, it sits for about a minute while they sing that song about him, and then that woman goes over and like they pick up his shirt off of the ground. And
they are. Which my God, they're hardcore fantasizing over Jason Momoa.
I would say it's like I would believe that would happen if they saw Jason Momoa do that, but
that's why
are you trying to? Are you trying to tell me that's not a pivotal moment in the movie? That's my favorite part, actually.
Here's the thing. People fought for years for the Snyder Cut. It had to be 4 hours. What are you talking about? It had to be.
If he actually got to release his movie, it probably wouldn't have been 4. It probably would have been 3. Like, they probably would have struck a balance between that.
He still would have got the Snyder Cut.
It's kind of funny to think about because, you know, in 2017, they actually introduced time travel in the movie. And then the Flash movie, like, he forgot he could do it.
Look, if she didn't sniff his shirt, Steppenwolf would not have lost. It needed to happen.
There were the elements of time travel in Whedon Cut, were there?
No.
Yeah, there was at the very end where he had to. Yeah, very.
And
small.
don't forget about our favorite Flash run.
Oh yeah.
God. It's so weird to see that.
That's Ezra Miller in a nutshell. That run, it's just all Ezra.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. and honestly, I hated the main suit that he had in that universe, which I think the only time you didn't see it was his own movie. But I literally could not stand that costume that they had of him in those Justice League movies.
I liked it better than the one that was in his movie that just looked like a slick CG, like wet thing that was.
It was basically like a wetsuit.
Yeah, that was actually wet also all the time.
So I mean, I'm not saying either one of them is good necessarily, but I thought the one in his own movie was at least better. Not that thing that they did with the second Barry where they just threw the Batman mask on top of it. I know it was supposed to look bad, but that doesn't change the fact that it looked bad.
Speaking of like the whole the Crisis on Infinite Earths where Grant Gustin meets him, I find it hilarious that they were touching each other, going, "Oh, that's a nice suit. That feels safe. Yours is so practical." Basically, we were like,
"Wait, okay, this is amazing. I didn't know what he was doing. We're bringing him in because he's going to full screen."
Oh no! Oh,
he's in bed. You can't see him, but he's in bed.
He is the shadows. He is the shadows.
He is the Batman. Johnny.
He's stalking us.
Johnny, wake up. Johnny, wake up.
It finally happened.
What's going on?
Who is this guy?
Dude, I love that you clicked and I looked down and I was about to add you and all of a sudden you started walking away like, what are you doing? Oh, he's going to bed.
It finally happened.
He's putting on a performance.
I don't know. It was funny because we would always used to joke. It was like we would want someone to click on and then just be passed out whenever he goes to add them in.
I mean, I think that was better though than him doing
that was better that he was basically in the bed.
Yeah. It all started because I actually fell asleep at my desk. Ready
and you were gone, and you were out for like an hour.
An hour.
He didn't join in. I saw this on Twitter. I wanted to pull this up real fast.
Did you just call me Joy Man?
Huh? I did not say your name at all. I said I found this on Twitter. I wanted to show this. I don't know where you got the Joy Man from, but this would be Zack Snyder's Wolverine.
That looks accurate.
That looks actually kind of cool.
Now just add some slow-mo to it.
Well, I mean, yeah.
It's basically a still, so it's going super slow.
Super slow.
Did any of you watch Rebel Moon?
Yes,
I did.
Yep. Yes. It was a moon and there was a rebel.
I actually thought it was all right. I didn't hate it.
Yeah. I need the director's cut.
Agreed.
Why is that always the case?
5-hour version.
Yeah.
Why is that always the case with Zach's movies?
Gore said Joy Man.
I don't know. I just wasn't a fan. But I get I don't know.
It was kind of mindless. Like, you know, I was just kind of along for the ride. It was one of those things where I couldn't look away, and I'm like, I know that this isn't the best thing ever, but also I still kind of like it for some weird reason.
Yeah, I agree with Gore. That's what I felt. I felt like I was watching discount Star Wars.
Well, I think there's a movie that literally it pulls the plot from, not Star Wars, it's something else.
Seven Samurai.
No, it's
it was a little disorienting where in the first 15 minutes they're just staring at this big planet in a bad CGI.
I didn't think the movie had horrible CGI. I just think that it was boring. Like the plot like needed like it felt like, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of like Eternals, where it was just like rounding up all the characters but nothing really happened.
That's
what it reminded me
meeting
of.
everyone. It was just like, oh, here's a person and here's another person, and we're not really going to tell you a whole lot, and another. And it's like, that's why maybe the director's cut could fix that.
Yeah.
Is the director cut a actual thing, or there? Is that
it is.
People
it's
say?
going to be rated R.
Okay.
Well, that was the whole thing. Was
full
he
BVS treatment?
Filmed the whole thing as rated R, and then
there wasn't really even anything rated R in that movie.
In BVS.
Yeah, there was
a crate throw to someone's head was about it. Like, yeah,
I mean, the whole tub scene where
they just added a streak of blood on the wall. Like, yeah, R-rated.
I mean, if you think the whole tub scene was a little sexual for a superhero movie.
Yeah,
you know,
superheroes got to get clean. You know,
the one thing that actually,
Lois.
Yeah, why not? Just gave him a sponge bath. What do you think happened?
The one thing that I really liked in Rebel Moon actually was the giant like mechanized spider thing. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
Funny enough, it reminded me of like of all things, Alita Battle Angel and all like the weird like creatures that come out of that movie. Which, by the way, I've heard is finally getting its sequel made. So I am yes, I like that movie.
When I think of big spiders, I think of Harry Potter, where.
Aragog.
I think of eight-legged freaks with David Arquette.
That movie's so crazy. The movie that I was talking about, Rebel Moon, pretty much pulls from a movie called Battle Beyond the Stars, a 1980s movie about a farm planet, and they recruit people to take on the Empire kind of people. It's pretty much the same thing as Rebel Moon, in terms of like, oh, we're a farm planet, we're being attacked, we got to get people to defend us.
A Rebel Moon, A New Hope.
It has a 10% from one person on Criticalist currently. So
That'll be on the stars.
Yeah, somebody has reviewed it, believe it or not, and it has a 10%, so they didn't like it. But
I'm gonna review it specifically and give it an even lower score.
You give it a 100 to boost up that total.
Now I was thinking about that whole big spider discussion again, and I don't know if anyone's seen this movie, but if anyone here's seen Wild Wild West, that
I knew you were gonna bring that up.
Oh yeah.
I know
that giant thing that Kenneth Branagh's riding around.
I've only heard the song. I didn't see the movie.
Huh?
Was that a Will Smith movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Whew. I know I've seen it. I just want to make sure.
One thing I wanted to bring up. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, it's fine. I was saying it's hilarious how that spider was plucked out of the canceled Superman movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
One thing, I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's something that I enjoyed. It's on Netflix. It's called Love, Death, and Robots.
Oh,
have you guys watched that?
Yes.
It's in my recommended. I haven't seen it yet.
It's so good.
It's
yeah. There's some of them that are like, what is this? But then there's the other ones that are like, this is
It's so good.
The pirate one was one of the best.
Oh yeah.
The which one?
The pirate one.
Yes,
the giant crab. Yeah.
One of my favorites is like the guy. It's like they're like on a farm and like they have like mechs.
Yes.
I thought that was awesome.
I think the three robots that got a sequel. Like those are some of the best. It's so funny.
Mm-hmm. I literally got Netflix just to figure out if One Piece was actually being dubbed as in the Eggman arc, and it wasn't. I was like, this is a complete waste of my time.
Here, I'm still waiting for season 4. It's taking forever. I need it.
Yeah.
I'm already on technically episode 3 of the Eggman arc, so I didn't need to watch another sub.
I don't know how we got on One Piece exactly, but I guess the Netflix connection.
No, he said pirate.
I'm confused.
He said pirate.
Oh. I was like, what?
One Piece.
I jumped on pirate.
Oh, the giant Humi Watcher. Yeah, I remember that one too. That was kind of crazy.
Oh,
yes, that one was good.
Good stuff.
And they were talking about Netflix. That's where.
What was the yogurt takes over? That was a weird one.
What?
Oh yeah,
the yogurt.
One of the ones that like I always like once a while I'll actually go back and watch it is like I don't know what it doesn't even look like animation. It's like some like. It was in the 3rd season. It's like some ancient creature, like a siren or something.
Oh,
and it like is like it's like
it's kind of Middle Eastern.
psyching out these soldiers and stuff, and it's like, what is going on? It's like it's so like psychedelic. I don't know. It's just really weird.
Really trippy.
I mean, literally, like my favorite one from season 3 is probably the Cthulhu one. Or
that one's excellent.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Have you heard the Call of Cthulhu? I'm kidding.
I mean, if you haven't, what are you doing?
Have you played Shadows of Evil on Black Ops 3 Zombies?
I haven't played Black Ops 3. Period.
Oh, dude, don't say that.
I love Black Ops 3.
There goes all my respect for you out the window.
Oh, dang.
Deadshot had
Black
another.
Ops 3, Black Ops 4, Cold
last
War.
Call of Duty I played was Ghosts. I'm like, this series is done.
Ooh, I feel bad for you. Jesus.
Like,
I feel bad for your son. He got
bad.
99 problems, and Call of Duty Ghosts is all of them.
I had
Yes.
them all until my count got deleted.
I've played all the CODs, but I think the last one I like genuinely enjoyed was probably Cold War. I enjoyed Cold War.
I like the
a man of culture. Yep.
I like the multiverse, not the multiplayer, and basically we're crossing over with a bunch of people.
Words.
So-
Well, you better say you like the multiplayer for Call of Duty Ghosts, because I'll go to bed right now.
The COD multiverse.
The only one I played that I loved was Black Ops 2.
That'll be announced soon by Activision. They'll do it. We pretty much said all this. Deadshot. I mean, we pretty much agree that they need to let their projects breathe more and actually work on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to actually have it be a full cooked, this is a good analogy, a full cooked meal and not microwave leftovers.
Imagine not rushing things.
I will say, as much as I wasn't a huge fan of Echo, there was one positive thing I did have to say about it, and that's that they let the director feel like they had like somewhat creative freedom over the show, and I like that. Like I like when the directors feel like they can like do something special and make it feel like its own thing. It was kind of boring, but it still had like its own distinct style.
I thought you were going to say the best part was the ending, like when it ended and you didn't have to watch it anymore. That was the best part, was when it was over.
I was waiting. I mean, this whole thing here. Well, here's another super chat. Jesus. No, the Mandoverse movie apparently is next. The Mando season 4, whatever.
The Mandoverse.
Yeah.
Is this movie gonna be like the end?
No. There's
So
there's sequel discussions already if this is successful.
And they've already written season 4.
You also got to remember,
it's probably both.
Yeah.
You also got to remember that you got the Mandoverse movie, so you got the Mandalorian and Grogu, but then also Dave Filoni's also getting a movie. That's also in the mid.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, exactly.
And season 4 is technically still happening. It's just going to be like 6 episodes.
But if the sequel movie, or if the Mando movie is like $800 million,
yeah, there won't be a season 5. There's going to be a second movie.
Just keep the movies.
It's probably going to be like they're going to grab all those 6 episodes and then put it in the movie.
In terms of Mandoverse ending, I don't think so, because if it's successful and Ahsoka season 2 is a big hit, if the Mando films or seasons continue, I mean,
I think ending the Mandoverse would be a ginormous mistake for them,
because that's the one cornerstone
Star Wars that they have people latching onto.
Like that's the one Disney era that's gone over mostly well.
Well, if it's something that would be a mistake, they're probably going to do it. I'm just saying.
right.
Yeah. I need more adventures of Grogu and his space dad. So I don't want that to end anytime.
Yes, give me more Joel. I mean,
Joel.
Give me more Joel.
Well, that's
I would love if he started doing his Joel voice as Mando, like just
you want more Joel? Wait for Last of Us season 2.
I'm just really glad that they didn't let Grogu stay with Luke, because you know what happens with Luke's pupils. So
I wanted him to stay with Luke. I wanted to see Grogu and Kylo 1v1.
You know that's going to be like Kylo Ren is going to be like wiping in the floor with him.
No, Grogu would destroy him, dude. Grogu is a species.
Grogu puts Kylo Ren into hiding.
Didn't they say that Kylo Ren like kills everyone?
Huh?
Kylo Ren kills everyone.
Well, I mean, that's what they say.
Yeah, but maybe Grogu ran away.
Yeah, maybe
he's
Grogu
small enough so he could escape.
And the Knights of Ren, whatever the fuck, it's like the problem is there's a lot of inconsistencies with the trilogy.
Yeah.
Right.
So who knows what really happened? Right?
Yeah.
Luke had his own version. Kylo had his own version. So there's an actual truth within there somewhere.
They're just making a multiverse. None of it ever happened.
There you
they're
go.
Just gonna
Perfect.
it all over.
I mean, they said,
I mean, they got that What If show that's happening, right? So can that be an episode where
right?
I mean, Order 66 didn't work out so well for them.
That's true. I think this is a smart choice to have the MCU Netflix shows canon. It makes sense.
Yeah.
And it kind of was. If you go back and watch,
it really wasn't though, because Marvel never officially said
like
it was
they didn't officially say it, but they kept referencing people falling from the sky in like the Avengers movie.
I only have one issue.
The only show that they ever said was connected to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. so much.
There was basically there was a scene in Daredevil where they basically said when gods basically with hammers and stuff like that.
Yes, but MCU wasn't referencing them.
Yep, agreed.
Right.
The one issue I have with this whole thing is that the issue I have is when they did the first version of Born Again, they said that this decision wasn't made until the new creative overhaul happened. That makes me nervous because it's like now they're making the right decision, but like
messy.
But at least they fixed it, and unless they did this versus releasing the version that people probably wouldn't have liked.
Right, that's true.
So
that's very true.
Now we can actually say that actually was referencing Thor because now it's canon.
Yes, officially. But yeah, that was the thing. The MCU would not reference Netflix. Netflix like, hey, let's reference, but let's not exactly say Avengers. Let's not say
we can't say Thor. Or
Loki.
Guy with hammer.
Wait, are you guys saying
big green dude?
Everything like basically they're
red, white, and blue guy
referencing it without referencing it.
Star dude,
metal guy.
Are you guys saying that a show would reference a movie, but a movie wouldn't dare reference a show? When has that ever happened?
Right.
Well, I mean, Netflix had like the streaming, like they had the rights to these characters.
It was sarcasm all over that comment.
I know. But
you know what I just don't want to see I don't want to see Iron Fist come back. Can we do that over again?
They'll probably recast him.
Yeah, that was the only one that okay, this is not good.
They would probably recast him, but you still have to acknowledge that Iron Fist is canon because it is canon.
But we just need a new actor. Just new actor.
So here's my question. Is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. canon? Because
yes.
Absolutely.
See, that's what I thought, because there was a whole thing in the one season where I think it was like season 5, and they're like, "Oh yeah, like Thanos is like going against the Avengers down on Earth right now," and it was like, "What? Like you're just gonna like casually drop that?" Like they hint towards it, and it's like, "Oh," but I didn't know. I don't know. They kind of because they never like blipped or anything. That was never shown in the show.
I mean, I heard it's not canon, but I don't know.
I don't know.
I never watched.
I just love that show.
They're just gonna pick and choose whatever's canon and isn't canon nowadays, and that's gonna be their problem.
I mean, Disney did it with Star Wars too. They're like, no, yes, no.
Right. It took them a minute to go, oh yeah, Clone Wars. Yeah.
Yeah. First, like Clone Wars, nah. And they're like, wait, we can make money. Yeah.
I gotta go. Okay. So.
Bye.
See y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks,
Bye. Do the thing after I leave. Do the thing. Yeah. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Who the fuck
was that?
Who invited the girl in here? God,
I don't know who did that.
Just imagine them trying to explain to general audiences when they finally decide all of what's canon and what's not. Imagine trying to explain that.
Well,
I would not want to be them.
It's not my job, so.
So what episodes 1 through 7 are canon, 8 through 16 aren't.
I had that same thing whenever I was watching through Moon Knight. It's like, wait, 3 of these episodes feel like they're made by one person, but the other 3 feel like they're made by a completely different crew, almost.
Right.
Yeah.
Which maybe they did on purpose because of the nature of Moon Knight, but who knows?
Right.
Yeah, the first half felt like a unique show. The second half felt like Marvel.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Which I didn't hate it, but especially now looking back on how bad some of the other stuff has been, but still.
Yeah, Moon Knight's still one of the better things they've done recently.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
And honestly, I might be in a little bit of a minority here, but my favorite out of all of them was I would say Loki, but I'm going to give a mention to Falcon and Winter Soldier. I thought that show was great.
It's not
that
bad.
Was good.
It's not bad.
I know that's one of the early ones that's just kind of thrown under the rug, but I think it's really good.
I just have a little bit of bias. I still think it's good just because I love Bucky. He's my favorite character in the MCU, and I wanted to see him become White Wolf. And they even mention it. They're like White Wolf, and he's like, nah. Yeah. He's like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. That's like crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think for me, my only issue with that show was the whole idea of like we needed a stronger villain. I just feel like the villain, that should have been nice.
They should have just done Wyatt Russell was the villain, honestly.
I wish that. Yeah,
right. I mean, his dad already played a villain, so.
Yeah. I still have nightmares about that scene. I still just see that bloody shield in my sleep.
I love the part when he's in the courtroom.
Bringing it up, he's like,
yeah. That part when he's in the courtroom and he's like, I live my life by your I love that part because it's like it's exactly what would have happened to Cap if he would have signed the accord. I don't know. I just love that part.
Who's the
he's the reason I'm looking forward to Thunderbolts the most.
Who's the equivalent to same powers as Falcon? Not powers, basically he has wings, but mechanical wings. But who's the equivalent other than Adrian Toomes? That's the reverse of him.
Rhodey. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, don't you know that they have this amazing character called Red Wing? No, I'm kidding.
No, that was just.
I mean, there were days before, it didn't always used to be this giant, mechanical thing either. Like it used to be an actual bird.
Right.
Yeah, it's just Michael Keaton unless he comes back from Morbius land.
Because I think Captain America's one was the guy that was trying to impersonate him. Not person, but he got the job in the Falcon Winter
his doppelganger.
Yeah, there was some.
No, it wasn't his doppelganger, but it was they just switched roles, basically where he was.
So many people giving that actor crap when that series started. Me because I knew John Walker, I'm like, okay, he's eventually going to turn into U.S. agent. So I just kind of said, I was there, I was ready for it, but just seeing the way that he got treated on social media, it made me think all the way back to Star Wars and Jar Jar Binks all over again.
Oh yeah. Speaking of John Walker, have you guys read any of the new Daredevil run?
Not the new one. No, I want to, but I haven't read.
So there's this new one where Daredevil and Elektra are married, and basically you have you have Punisher owns the hand now, he's the Grand Master of the hand, and then you have they have the fist of their own ninja group, and then Daredevil just is, I guess he runs into John Walker as he's now the strongest he's ever been as the character, and he just beats the living shit out of John Walker and takes his shield. He just is oh, I'm gonna keep this. just whatever. I thought it was crazy.
You said Daredevil married Electro. I was like, what?
Well, he did. Yeah, he did.
Ooh, okay.
That's how they formed their whole ninja clan is based on the two of them being a badass ninja couple. So it's kind of
they weren't even when the hand got first brought in. They weren't even a thing, were they?
Not quite yet. I think it built up over time. What's going on? Latest Daredevil was written to a good partner.
What do we have?
Side Creek. Comic was written by. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone here has played this game or not, but it's number one from I think it's about to turn 20 years old. It's called Rise of the Imperfects.
Yes.
That was a really, really good one. And
it
was one of the better, I'll say, Daredevil games that's ever come out. I mean, if they would have given out a full game back then of Daredevil that played kind of like that, I wonder how that would have been. But it also, and they could have given him, the way that they've done the Arkham games have that whole, and whatnot. He could have had a sensory mode similar to that. But I would have laughed Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say, didn't some stuff leak about a Daredevil game that they were making, and it was like a whole clip that leaked, and it was like in development, and they just canned it.
Yeah,
that's a real bummer. That would have been cool.
Yeah,
I always got a laugh out of how in the Ultimate Alliance games that came from Raven, you have all these missions where you take a character solo through like their own little story. Yeah. If you play as Daredevil in that one, the entire mission's in the dark. It's actually difficult to see. I'm like, you guys didn't have to add this detail, but it was awesome that you did.
Yeah.
Brightness 0.
Yeah, basically, right? I mean, like, the only thing you could really see is like you could kind of see the silhouette, and you could see the little reticle around his character that showed you who you were controlling, but that was about it.
Oh my. That's so
I mean, it was fun though. If you guys can get a hold of those games again, definitely give them a shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure.
I know they're off the PSN store now, but you can probably still find like copies on Amazon somewhere.
Yeah. As I mentioned, As what's up? Oh, Grant Gustin cameo.
If only.
and that's gonna segue nuts, and I'm kidding.
Yeah, here he is. No.
No, I have such mixed feelings on that Suicide Squad game right now because I'm kind of into like the story that they're telling, but it's like every time I watch gameplay for that game, it hurts my soul.
How about that UI?
How about that IGN review?
Oh, the IGN review.
I see that IGN review too fast.
I just don't get how we went from the Arkham games to that.
Right. Yeah,
like it's so wild.
And like I refused. I refused to make that mistake again because like I was excited for Gotham Knights and then I bought it and then I played it and I was like,
yeah.
It was stories about all I was interested in with that game.
I agree. Gameplay was not good.
No.
In one of the multiverses he did.
Somewhere
in the grand scheme of things.
Oh man. Yeah. I don't know. I definitely have a game it's actually coming out in like a week or so. I don't know if anyone who's a Tekken fan, but the 8th installment is finally coming out.
Yes.
That's gonna be my good January game. Like I already have faith in that one.
My biggest game for the year, I think it's still coming out this year, is Star Wars Outlaws.
Yeah.
I want it. It looks good. I want it to be good. It looks fun. It looks very different. Like we're not as much as it's crazy, when you talk about like liking Star Wars, it's kind of a nice change in pace that we're gonna play into like the outlaw world instead of just wielding a lightsaber and having the Force. It's a little different.
And I'm here for the different take.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I love it. Han Solo is my favorite character, and I love that whole side of Star Wars. So I'm ready for that kind of thing.
Speaking of that, here's my question to you guys: what did you guys think about Andor? Did you guys like Andor?
I love Andor.
No,
I liked it. I liked it, but I didn't like it as much as everybody else. I thought the pacing was a little too slow.
I'm sticking with
but the highs are very high. That show.
Basically,
I agree.
When I was introduced to Andor, the character from Rogue One, I wasn't very intrigued with him, so I just didn't care for the character. The female, if she was actually, she's more interesting
Jyn.
Jyn
Erso, yeah.
If she was in the series or a story surrounding her as young age and more backstory, I would be more interested with that before she ultimately died. But basically those kind of stories where the end game, I'm like, I don't feel like there's any hope for for a longer story. So
I mean, I really like Stellan Skarsgård's character. Like I think it's cool to see like a darker side of the rebellion, which is a nice little take. So I like all that stuff. It's just I get that the show is structured where it's like 2 episodes to build up to the 3rd one, but
I had one.
I don't think they needed 2 build-ups. Like you probably could just have one set up
with it, other than the pacing that like you talked about is, and I don't know if you guys felt this way, but I didn't like how they treated, like when they were talking about what the show was gonna be. I know they're focused on the rebellion, but I thought they were gonna make the Empire seem a lot more scary. and a lot of the like board meetings of like
they just look
the
dumb.
whining like little bitches was stupid. Like,
I was like, okay, so they're just petty idiots, and this is why they failed.
Speaking of like the Empire, you know, like the highlight of Darth Vader, where he just like supposed to be like super strong. That I did feel that in Obi-Wan. I'm not gonna lie, that actually was badass. Where he just drags Obi-Wan through the fire.
I will say, I thought that more in Rogue One toward the end, but yeah.
I feel like Rogue One was probably the most OP Vader. Sorry.
My favorite thing about Andor was just how like huge the stakes felt of like if it failed, it was over. Like that's like there's nothing.
Yeah.
And that's what I loved about
that's the thing is like the storylines are good. Like the prison break is crazy, the heist is crazy. It's just you take so long to get there.
Yeah.
It's fair. Like I just want to like. I mean, you know, maybe I'm just a dumb Star Wars fan. I don't know, but I want to see the cool Star Wars stuff. Like I don't know.
Fallen Order.
I think
felt
they're
like
going to
more of a. Go ahead.
I think season 2 will bring a lot more of that. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Fallen Order felt like more of a badass Darth Vader moment at the end where
don't get me started on those games. I love those games to pieces.
Those games are awesome.
I'll one up that a little further and say that the beginning of The Force Unleashed was badass Vader. I don't know if anyone's
I agree. That's
how you do a OP Vader.
I love Force Unleashed. I've literally been like just that game is great.
Yeah, you got so many people theorizing that they're going to bring like they're going to bring Star Killer into this, and like one, why, and two, how would you?
He's almost too OP. Like
he's going to be in Star Wars What If. Make a whole episode about it. There you go.
Yeah, that would be the only.
People got excited because of the fact that they had just that they had Sam. And speaking of which, I met both Sam and Ray at Star Wars Celebration in 2017, which is awesome. I actually have a picture.
Somewhere. Big mall. I'm a mall fanboy, so
I am a mall fanboy.
Yeah. The lightsaber
I'm still mad we got robbed of the mall game back in the day. Did you guys ever see the concept?
I'll cry.
I remember that. Yeah. So the best thing we got was that Phantom Menace game, which was bad.
And we didn't even get to play as Maul.
Yeah, I get to flip around like a crackhead on Battlefront 2 every now and then.
That's what you do. That's what I do. That's what I do. I just go play as Maul every single time, just tear through hallways of people. It makes you feel good.
I just go put on my Darth Maul mask and run around my house as fast as I can. That's what I got.
So Johnny, how's your nose doing? Can you smell now? Can you smell what's coming?
Gore.
You can smell him. You can smell him.
I thought I heard something in my walls too.
The one, the only Gore the Movie God.
Oh, he came out of the vent. He vented.
How's it going? Never heard of this guy before.
No one's ever heard of him.
What's up?
What's up, man?
How are you feeling? Deeply pathetic?
As always.
Man, you woke up.
I'm not trying to diss him. He actually says it.
That's what he said.
You woke up and chose violence.
Literally.
I mean, it would be wrong either way, but still.
So we were talking about that Star Wars discussion a minute ago. Has anyone played those old school Rogue Squadron games?
Yeah.
And say if you haven't, those things, I still think maybe this is a hot take. I don't know. I still think the GameCube Rogue Squadron is the best Star Wars game that's ever been made.
Which one? 2 or 3?
Pretty good.
Both on GameCube.
Rogue Squad Leader, is that what it is?
I think it's
2. Yeah. Love that game so much.
You know what game I have like a kind of a fond memory of? I don't know. It was some like online computer game for Star Wars. Like it was like in like the early 2000s.
TIE Fighter?
It was like a game. It had like the Jedi Temple in it. I know, like you got to like make your own. It might have been.
You're talking about Jedi Academy? Jedi Academy is pretty.
Jedi Academy.
That one starts.
It might have been that.
That sounds familiar. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't
that
remember
one starts
what it was.
with Luke teaching you and stuff.
Yeah, that sounds right. Like, right.
You got Luke and Kylo in there. So
it should be canon. It's a much better story than anything Disney.
There's no Kylo cameo?
Wait, so no one likes.
There's no deeply pathetic Luke Skywalker? No way.
Wait, so no one likes Pod Racer?
Not my Star Wars.
Yeah.
No one likes the Pod Racer game?
They should.
Hey, that game's a shit.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
There's no mini game where you suck milk out of a monster's tit. Like,
I wish I could.
You knew what you were getting into when you brought him on.
Yeah, I know.
That's what happens in the thing. I'm sorry, a teat.
Yeah, I was pretty pissed when Lego Star Wars the Skywalker saga came out and there was no milking of titties.
Yeah,
that's bullshit.
I paid for the game for that.
I went straight to GameStop. I was like, bro, what is this?
At least in Battlefront 2.
I couldn't even like understand how the Skywalker saga worked. I was like, "Where's the levels? How would the missions?"
Disney didn't know either.
Yeah.
They had no idea.
They were like, "Yeah, so every movie is like 5 minutes. Here you go."
Yeah, I won't lie to you. When that Lego game came out, I beat the prequels and I beat the original trilogy, and I said, "Done, bye."
Yeah, actually, I didn't do this. Yeah, I
just played the original Lego games and then said,
I was also confused.
Screw this new shit.
Because I saw the beginning of Lego Force Awakens. I'm like, okay, was there some sort of confusion here? Because it started with the ending of Return of the Jedi. So at first I didn't know what was going on.
I'm gonna have to go back and beat Lego Rise of Skywalker.
Can't wait.
Godspeed for you. I ain't doing that.
Godspeed.
It'll be less cringe.
Godspeed.
Star Wars.
The Lego version actually makes more sense.
And
imagine
Spider-Man.
Well, Godspeed was
Finn actually talks to Rey.
Yeah.
Instead of I gotta tell you something.
Rey.
Yeah. He tells her something.
Wait, Rey, I gotta tell you something. Don't worry about it. We deleted that scene.
What you gotta say? Rey.
He just said Godspeed. I thought of the lightsaber.
It's like that.
I think I'd rather play the Lego game because, like, don't some of them not have dialogue?
Chewie actually dies in a Lego game. He's like, nah, he's dead. He got blown up. Actually,
he dies in one of the. He dies in one of the expanded universe where the moon like crashes into him or something. Like, oh the fuck! When I heard that, I'm like, that's
real. They just put it back together.
Yeah, Thanos comes and just throws a moon at Chewbacca and he dies.
He's on a planet, and a moon crashes into it and kills him.
Oh no!
So I don't know.
Didn't Iron Man get crushed by a moon?
Well, you know.
Throw another moon at me, I'm gonna use it.
There was this meme that I saw where
best line for sure.
It's at the end of the Phantom Menace during Qui-Gon's funeral, and there's this scene where little Anakin looks up at Obi-Wan and goes, "Will that happen to me when I die?" Obi-Wan looks down at him and goes, "No, you'll be alive when it happens."
Something much, much worse is coming for you, buddy. Just you wait.
Did I ever tell you about Ahsoka Tano? I won't repeat the rest of it. I think you know.
Yeah,
it's bad.
Oh man,
what do you mean bad? What? What's wrong with that video?
I want to see the video now. Play it on stream.
Play the whole thing. Put on
live reaction. Yeah.
Actually, turn us all down and loop it on high volume.
And we all just like just watching like.
We're not even laughing. Really.
And then Johnny falls asleep again.
Yeah. Lore.
Lore.
That'd be fun to do. Just have like a group reaction to something, like just like something comes out. You're like, oh my gosh, look at.
You've done that before. You remember the King Kong game?
You should get it like a 3-minute thing of a green screen so anyone can edit what it is.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, let's just make reaction memes instead of doing a show.
I agree with that, and you could just put any horrible thing there.
Yeah, okay.
And it would get views. Oh my god,
that'd be so fun.
This video makes a good point.
That's how I'm gonna do the rest of my reactions now. I'm just gonna record one clip of me reacting.
You're gonna do the Jason Derulo. You're gonna do the Jason Derulo method where you just go and then just keep reusing that clip of him watching anything.
No, you do the SS sniper. Ooh, funny.
Hey, at least she's actually recording herself every time, even though she keeps up. Oh, that thing happened. Anyway, next one.
Yeah, no,
whoa, he's talking. Holy shit!
Whoa, that's good. Whoa, bruh.
Yo, he's like alive right now. Oh my god.
Holy crap! He breathes air like I do. Oh, he has cells and organs and skin, just like me. I have hair. He has hair. Whoa.
And you're just going to take one of your reaction videos and throw a different thing in the little screen every time, but it's going to be the same.
No, my thinking was if Kernel goes into reactions, just like find a way to deep fake Gore's face on your face when you react.
Yeah, there you go.
But it's still my voice.
Yeah, it's still your voice, but it's his face.
Yeah, I have an AI voice, I'm sure, out there. So
yeah, probably. And let me get some cringe and uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Deeply pathetic.
On brand.
Like his normal voice.
Of course.
Everyone knows.
That's great.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
So did y'all see in the chat somebody saying Jennifer Coolidge joined the cast of Minecraft?
Yes, she did.
I did hear about that.
I mean, she was in the game movie, so I guess it can't be any worse.
Every time I hear cast updates about this movie, I get even more excited.
Right.
Oh yeah.
My question was when I saw that she joined, I'm like, what the fuck is the script?
Not Rhea Seahorn? Jennifer Coolidge?
Someone tag me when they find out who's
From
playing
American Minecraft, two broke girls.
Yeah. What they should do?
Niffler's mom.
Someone commented saying the Minecraft movie should be just them playing Minecraft for 2 hours. Like they're not.
It's just a let's play with Jason Momoa.
It's just a let's play from Achievement Hunter.
That would be the most. That'd be the most product placement ever be put in one movie.
And Gore, they would bring back Ray Narvaez just to do let's play, and then
Yeah.
Dream.
Minecraft.
Bring back Michael so you can get angry about things.
Cinderella story.
No.
I would watch the shit out of Jason Momoa playing Minecraft. I think that'd be hilarious.
Oh, right. I mean, that's
so bad.
I swear he's a Pokemon. That's all you can say.
And then Jason
True King builds bridges.
And then within
King builds bridges. That's the worst bridge ever.
I mean,
that was the best line in that horrible movie. That was the best line. Oh my god.
My mind.
Within
it wasn't from Amber.
Yeah, within the movie, Jason Momoa is going to try to audition for other video game characters. So he's just going to go through the whole list, and he goes going to go, boy. I just had it. He's like trying to do like I can be Kratos. I can do
my
it.
Boy.
Pikachu.
I can do it.
You got my vote.
It's Tim playing in Fortnite with all the different Lego modes and just changing to the different Lego characters.
The different or Jason.
Oh my god, can you be Lego Aquaman and Lego Fortnite? Because Aquaman's in it. Oh, so he's in Fortnite already. Let's go.
Of course you can.
I hope at the end of it where he accepts the call from DC to play Lobo. That's gonna be the end of the movie.
I hope they address like all like the Minecraft mods, like bring in like a gun or something to the movie.
Well,
like I think that would be hilarious.
Oh,
I'm wondering
they're gonna have to address all the skins too, right? All the skins are gonna have to do that.
I'm still like kind of curious because the whole premise of Minecraft is blocks. So how do they make it like that?
That's the question. What the fuck are they gonna do?
Go watch the Lego movie.
They made Lego movies.
It's live action though. If it was animated, it'd be obvious what they're gonna do. But so,
like,
if it was animated, it'd be Minecraft. That's it. But
Jason Momoa in a teal tight shirt, jeans, and he's gonna go around with a little axe and chop trees.
I want to see the process of him building like a table and fucking like punching a tree.
This is just like a montage, the whole thing of him just building.
Yeah, he's gonna start off sucky.
I mean, you know they'll figure it out. I mean, Minecraft is so huge; they're gonna have to figure it out.
Of course.
I want to see Jason Momoa fight the Ender Dragon.
That's what I want. Is he going to fight the Ender Dragon at the end? Is that the third?
He has
to ride it. Like I said, he's gonna ride it.
Yeah, he's gonna ride
it. Imagine it's gonna look like that one Kanye West music video where he Kanye Yes. You know what I'm talking about? That music video where he looks like a Minecraft character.
Oh, I like it. Yeah, the little pump song.
I like it. I think Blaine was gonna say something like 4 times.
No, you're good. I was gonna say that they might do like they did with the Jumanji like sequel. You know, where they just throw them into the world and it's all blocky and shit.
Oh yeah.
What they should do is Jason Momoa rides the Ender Dragon into the How to Train Your Dragon live action movie.
Oh,
that's what they should do.
It makes sense now.
That sounds awesome.
That's why they're doing this, just to do that connection.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
it all makes sense.
Hey, am I the only one that thinks that can actually work like perfectly? Is that like of all the animated to live action movies? I think How to Train Your Dragon is the one that makes the most sense.
Are they going to make the dragons as kooky as they are in the animated, or are they going to go just dragons?
Like I said,
they'll go rated R, man.
I think they're going to go more realistic.
Yeah,
I want real dragons.
I want a real dragon.
Like Dragon Tail. Let's
no, they're like the toothless dancing movie.
I want dragons.
You cannot tell me
like if Hollywood would have hired like actual content creators to like make some of these like crazy wacky decisions. It'd be like Star-Lord in Guardians 2. We're gonna make some weird shit, but it's gonna work.
Weird shit,
right?
Live action.
Well, Hollywood doesn't listen to the fans. We know that.
No,
I think Disney and Marvel.
When they do this, succeed, so they're definitely not going to do that.
See, that's why I started making my own movies because I'm just like I can't count on anyone anymore. I have to just do my own thing, otherwise it just doesn't work.
No, you're gonna turn into Miles and just say, hey, I'm gonna do my own thing.
Yep.
Ah, come on.
Spoilers, and see it.
See it yet.
No, okay.
Yeah,
So
Pikachu.
I want to see Pikachu too. Yeah, I want
that would be pretty hot. I mean, cool.
Yeah.
Johnny, calm down.
Oh,
Come on.
Calm down.
Hey,
I got out of bed. I've got no. I'm not gonna go.
That was like that's the highlight of the stream.
God, that is
like,
the
Wait a minute.
Me watching you in the
Don't let me
background,
wink Pikachu, all right?
You like you click the join, and I look, and all of a sudden you're like,
I scurry right like a little goblin to my bed. Yeah. I was like, I gotta get there before it gets me in.
Like I mean, their name they were hereditary.
The highlights of
the
the highlights of Johnny Bravo is actually when he says something kind of like stupid, and
which is like, everything I said. Yeah,
you go in your corner, and he literally gets up and walks in.
Well, he hasn't said anything dumb yet, so let's not.
I'm a good boy. I do what I'm told.
Jinx it. Don't
He's
jinx
a good
it.
boy. He's a good boy.
Mm-hmm.
He's not the goodest of boys.
I'm not the goodest. I'm trying to be the goodest of boys, but I'm not. I'm too.
Johnny, say something really
Darren has
controversial right now.
competition.
There's
Darren's got
only one
competition.
Controversial.
There's only one good as the boys.
We want you in the corner, so say something fucked up right now.
Give me a second. I'll think about it.
Eventually,
You know, that face
I'll raise my hand.
I can assure you that face was. I have so many things I could say, but I'm not going to.
I don't want to get canceled right now.
I have to find the PG.
I mean, if you want to cancel me, I have to take it down my Twitch bio since I'm back on there. I like Kanye.
What?
His music.
They own it.
Is there another
Nick
famous person
Cannon's
named Kanye?
music?
Yeah, Kanye East, not West. My bad.
Yeah.
I thought you said we.
I like the guy who makes the fake Kanye on TikTok. Yeah, that guy goes hard.
See, now I liked when he said Kanye yes, but I'm like, actually, no, I prefer Kanye no.
Kanye yeast.
Oh my! You know what I just
Kanye
thought
yeast
of?
infection's fire.
Yeah, that's the.
You know what I just thought about? Isn't Minecraft Steve in Smash Bros? Like, couldn't they bring like Jason Momoa into like a
Chris Pratt's in the Minecraft movie?
Like,
he's in it too.
Yeah, I want to see
Days
him.
in Smash Brothers.
Yeah,
I want to
Seth
see
Rogen's in Smash Brothers. I remember that.
Speaking of Smash Brothers,
Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong versus Jason Momoa.
I'm Donkey Kong. I'm never going to try to do a voice.
Donkey Kong. I got you here.
Chainsaw, can you clip that last 5 seconds? Can you just clip that post?
There you go.
that is the only character in that movie where it's like you don't see them playing a character. It's just him being himself, and it was Seth Rogen. Every other character, it's like, okay, I could see them trying to act, but no.
If
Seth
Anya
Rogen.
Taylor
he didn't
Joy
light up a doobie.
If Anya Taylor-Joy had a more distinct voice, then I would say that for her, but she really doesn't. So she just sounds like a lady. No offense, but she just sounds like a lady as Princess Peach. So
I mean,
she does. Like Seth
I mean,
Rogen sounds distinct. So when he talks, it doesn't try. Yeah, good.
Yeah, I would hope she sounds like a lady.
Yeah, but like Seth Rogen doesn't sound like anybody. Like he doesn't sound like anybody
hide Seth Rogen.
here. Like if Seth Rogen just came out of nowhere and started talking and he didn't have his mic on, you'd immediately know it's Seth Rogen.
Right.
It's-
Well, and I
it
love
sounds
how much shit they gave Chris Pratt. They're like, oh, Chris Pratt didn't even try.
Seth Rogen's the worst part. Yeah. I'm Donkey Kong. Like,
But see, for people like me that are stupid, I love it. It's great.
yeah. I mean,
He just got high shit. He's like, all right, I'm doing Donkey Kong today.
I went to see that movie with my sister, and I always laughed at this part because we were talking back and forth. We're like, you know what? They can't get in trouble for this because all the songs that they're using in this movie are like they belong to Nintendo, so they can't really get in trouble for that. Yeah. As soon as I made that comment, AC/DC Thunderstruck started playing.
And then 400 other songs.
Like
literally the first 2 minutes is a licensed song.
Like, well,
Right.
Could you imagine
To the point where they're
like a
referencing
Wreck-It
Chris
Ralph?
Pratt movies.
Yeah.
Can you guys imagine like a Wreck-It Ralph just like breaking out of animation into live action?
Yeah,
it just turns into Step Brothers. John C. Reilly.
That will be the live action adaptation of Wreck-It Ralph. That'll be it.
Step Brothers.
Will Ferrell's
broke the
Vanellope.
internet.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my balls in your drums. Or
I'll put my nutsack on your drum set. Get it?
They did. I was impressed.
That's
He
funny.
did. He really did.
That's pretty funny.
So we're not woke right now, guys.
Have you guys seen all those? All those rumors
I'm
where
wide awake.
They're going to be making all those. All those
Katy Perry.
I'm wide. It's because I'm fat.
All of those like
Does that mean we're getting?
movies are supposedly
Johnny Bravo
being
wasn't wide awake.
I don't know what's going on.
I thought you said that because you were introducing a female.
It's just guys being dudes.
Yeah, I did freeze. Of course.
The woke guy.
I
bro.
thought he was
I'm not
introducing
woke.
somebody for a second.
You look like
Wow, quip it and ship it. Chainsaw Reacts is not woke. And proud.
Fucked up, bro. You think Disney's gonna pull with this shit, huh? They're gonna take your channel down now.
Yeah, they're gonna be like,
say bye-bye to your Disney checks, buddy.
Yeah.
On Disney Plus.
You didn't even watch Echo. What the fuck's wrong with you? What's happening, bro?
Hey, no, you know
The
what?
writing's on the
I
wall.
didn't either, but so.
No, you get your work for you as a Netflix star. There you go.
there you go.
I mean, I didn't watch it either, but still.
It's all right.
Nobody
become a Netflix star. There you go.
Hell yeah.
Oh, so
Echo was out. I was like, I'm watching Daredevil again.
So I just wanted to ask you about this because it's just something I noticed. Did you stop playing Ultimate Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know you stopped it, or
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were going to continue it or not.
He hated
okay.
it. Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it wasn't doing well on the channel, so it's fine. It is what it is.
Spider-Man 2, baby.
Well, I mean, that was fun though.
Yeah, especially when Harry murdered that one pedestrian with his bike.
Momoa's Tiger King. Oh,
That's
Jesus.
what I was laughing at.
That would make total sense, actually. It's better than whoever fucking played him in that one.
Momoa as Wreck-It Ralph
that
would
came
be
out.
interesting too.
It wasn't Nick Cage gonna play Tiger King at one point?
Yeah, he was.
And then he dropped out. He realized how bad of an idea it was.
I can literally see
bad
it
idea
now.
with Nick Cage.
Wreck-It
that's
Ralph
true.
breaks out of the.
That's one of the things Nick Cage got infamous for. Is like no matter how weird or wacky
I'll
the
do
script
it.
seemed to be, he would just be like, "Hey, sure, I'll do it."
Classic college humor skit, or Funny or Die.
There
I
you
forgot
go.
which one it
You're
was.
right.
I mean, yes,
I'll
you're good
do
in Face Off and a few other movies here and there, but really not that.
Schindler's
much else.
Pissed. That's my favorite one.
Yeah.
I think
I
it's
just wanna see
college
him,
humor. I can't remember which one it was.
I want to see him go on more vacations with Pedro Pascal.
And let's be,
Oh yeah.
Well, you know,
he would have been the best Superman that's ever existed.
was that movie good?
I thought it was
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
good.
Have you not seen Unbearable Mass? Real?
He doesn't even know what it's called.
Unbearable Talent, Massive Weight.
The Unbearable Weight of Massive
those
Talent.
long titles. It's one of those.
No,
long
The Unbearable Weight of
titles.
Massive Talent.
I'm watching a lot of
Yeah.
movies for the first time right now. But that's
Shit, that was a
Yeah,
good
that's-
movie.
It's good.
It's fair.
I watched
No,
the
I love that
78.
movie. That
I think it was
movie's great.
78 Invasion of the Body Snatchers. With,
Oh, you just
Original?
saw that?
Oh,
yeah, I saw it today. Yeah,
With Donald Sutherland? That
Yep.
one?
yeah. I already knew the twist
There's like
ending,
40
but
of
like,
them, so.
yeah, I saw the. I already knew the twist ending was happening, but it
Yeah.
was fun.
I mean, that's the best one you could have watched.
it's
so.
the best. Yeah.
Yeah. All the other ones are either like or really shitty. So, like the
Yeah.
Invasion with what's her name? Nicole Kidman.
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage. That would actually have been amazing. He really looks like someone.
It's in my body.
he acts like an alien. So
They invaded and they took over my body.
Has anyone seen that Nick Cage Dracula movie? I haven't watched it.
Yes.
I want to watch it.
It's on
I
Amazon
saw
Prime
it.
right now.
I'm
It's all
wondering
right.
if I need to even give it my time.
It's on Amazon
It's
Prime right
pretty
now.
fun.
It's
a pretty
all right.
fun movie. I would definitely check it out. It's
He's
fun.
good.
You know what movie? You know what Dracula movie I enjoyed more? The Last Voyage of Demeter. That movie was awesome.
I haven't.
Really?
It needs to go to the streaming service so I can watch it. I want to watch it.
I thought it was all right.
Yeah,
One
yeah.
Dracula
that one
movie I
has-
didn't enjoy was called Son of the Devil. I did not like that.
Never heard of it.
Oh,
The movie that's compared to The Prestige, because it came out the same year, The Illusionist with
Yeah.
Edward Norton. I
Yes.
watched that day for the first time.
It's great.
That's good.
It's really
Yeah.
good too.
I gave it a
That was a good year.
A 78% of rad on critics.
Rat. There you go.
Yeah.
Hey,
Very good
that was
fucking
a
critical
good year
film.
for magician movies.
It
It
was.
two very different movies though. Like everybody was comparing them, but if you watch them,
Right.
they're very different.
They were.
Like,
Did you know Marvel made a Man Thing live action movie?
Yep. It's Sci-Fi Channel. I watched it.
Yeah, that thing was horrible.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it has
That thing
what's
was
her name?
horrible.
Like, that's Mike
what's her
Cady
name?
too, isn't it?
She's Hellcat in the comics and Jessica Jones. She's in that movie
Oh,
as the
Kristen Ritter.
co-lead. Yeah.
No,
Oh,
you might be
gosh.
thinking of Swamp Thing.
No.
JoyPadJake was saying. Didn't they make one in the
Oh.
80s? There was a Swamp Thing movie that came out. In
Yeah,
the 80s.
but no Man Thing.
Yeah, Man Thing was like
Man Thing.
2005,
Yeah, Man
something like
Thing.
that.
Man
Oh,
Thing.
Did I get it right? Was it 2005?
Oh, no, I might have been
2005.
thinking of The Thing.
No,
Oh, the
Man,
thing. Oh,
Man
that's
Thing.
Man
Yeah, I
thing.
might have been thinking of
Man,
The
bear,
Thing.
pig.
Yep,
Yeah.
that.
There was a
Remember-
Swamp Thing that came out in the 80s, I think.
You know that Chippendales Rescue
Yeah.
Rangers movie that came out like last 2
That
years
was
ago?
That was
really
good.
funny.
I
Yeah,
watched
yeah,
that.
was it
I
true?
watched that with my wife a couple days ago. We loved it. It was so
Yeah,
good.
that was-
Ugly
It's fun.
Sonic.
It's fun.
Post
Yeah,
Malone. Whoop.
Yeah, all I've seen is the show. I haven't seen the movie.
Seth Rogen was in that too. He's a little, he's a little gnome. Yeah.
But he also played what's his name from Lion King? Sammy? What the fuck is that?
Oh,
Simba.
Timon or Pumbaa, one of the two.
Yeah, Pumbaa.
Oh yeah,
Sammy.
Sammy.
Samuel
from the Lion King. Yeah.
Classic Sonic fan?
Yeah.
No, that was a supernatural.
I have a picture of him right there.
Well, looks like Behind the Kernel has to head out. You know what that means.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let it rain. Let it rain.
Now he has to go behind the Kernel.
Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate it.
Take care, guys.
See
really
ya.
appreciate it.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Who the fuck was that?
Well, not to do a double bail, but it's getting late for me too. I think I'm going to dip
Blaine.
too.
Man.
Make sure you guys go check out Criticalist. Check out the app, guys. It's really cool. It's a really cool place to hang out. Let's go check out Criticalist.
Everybody hop in there, and we're like I said, we're adding that YouTube integration stuff in like 2 weeks, which will be really cool. You guys will be able to, like, on your reviews, you'll be able to put your YouTube videos in there. It's going to be rad.
Awesome.
So yes, everybody come join us. It's a good time.
Thanks for being here, man. We'll definitely have you back on for sure.
Later,
see you, man.
Yeah, it'll be great.
See ya.
So good, y'all.
Bye.
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 Who the fuck was that CEO? Who the fuck was that CEO dude?
I'll never use that.
Yeah, what?
I've never used it. Never heard of it. No,
Actually,
we're getting better at the queuing at the same time.
It's still all over the place.
Yeah, it's still all over the place. So we're getting there.
It's slowly showing in there.
Slowly but surely, yeah.
Maybe on like episode 100, it'll be perfect.
You know.
Oh man.
Boom. All right, send some links out. All right.
We're down to 6.
Yeah, I sent some links out. Maybe the Go to Spoil will show up. Maybe.
Sinners are 6. We're the Sinners are 6.
Okay, well, who's the shit? Who's the shitty one?
3 of the originals.
Me.
I want to be the shitty one. I want to suck.
I want to be the poopy one.
Who's the scorpion of the group?
I'm the green one. I'm the green one.
Hey, we get the 3 original 6 too.
Do we have any 21 Savage fans out there?
Who?
21 Savage? You know, the guy from Call of Duty.
Oh, the guy from Call of Duty.
The one.
Yeah, the guy, yeah. And he also makes music.
Skeletor, you mean?
Yeah.
Skeletor?
That's the only character I can think of that they added.
I just wanted to make a 21 Savage poop joke, that's all.
So who's this third original that you keep speaking of, JoyPad?
He was here at the beginning.
Yeah, I know. I was heckling him.
Were you heckling? Jesus. Jesus.
I'll continue to get on his case about that. Hey,
unacceptable.
And I wasn't the first one to fall asleep.
Hey, but you were the second.
Oh boy, this guy is so unchained. Watch out, guys. Ronan's here.
Whoa. Oh, dang.
Hey man, what's up?
Yo.
Careful.
He's off the chain.
I don't know.
Oh, he's chained. Never mind.
He's chained up.
Wait, so does that mean the Django is chained again?
Switch your name to Ronin Chained right now.
Django.
Yeah, how come there was no prequel where he was chained?
That was definitely a movie that happened.
What? Django Unchained? That's amazing, man.
Yeah, that's one of the best movies that ever happened.
Oh, hold on. Why is my camera blurry?
This is what I like so much about new people that come on. They message me afterwards saying, "Thanks for having me on." I'm like, no problem. You know,
they're so kind.
That's nice. You know, I appreciate
it.
Well,
who the fuck were they?
Well, who the fuck were they? But
who were they?
Versus someone blocking me, and then later on, this is a continuation. Found out.
Oh, there was a part 2 to the lore.
Mm-hmm, oh, there's more lore.
Lore expansion, DLC.
So Eric, who had reached out, Eric who reached out to him, and then he had reached out to me. Eric sent me a screenshot of him saying, "I didn't block him," and then I was still blocked for a few more days. And then he unblocked me, and then he's unblocked me, and still have yet to message me explaining his side of the story.
Maybe he clicked on a mistake.
How could you click block by mistake?
Maybe he was just trying to. He's probably just trying to block a OnlyFans bot, and he blocked you by accident.
Yeah.
You know, Twitter's crazy out there.
Maybe you were a sexy girl. And he was trying to stay away from that. Because he's only into aliens.
Because he saw Chainsaw Reacts, and right under it was Chainsaw Reacts OnlyFans.
Yeah, you had the OnlyFans link in the bio.
And then he just I can't remember what this was on, but someone in the comments was like, "This review sucks. It did not stick the landing, and I hate you for it." I'm like, Okay.
Oh yeah, someone that was my TikTok Indiana Jones 5.
Yeah, it was like this person is clearly going through some struggle.
That was my other account.
Don't you dare jump!
I knew it was you. I felt it. I'm like this has to be Gore.
I saw you looking down at the cat. Do not.
I was like 3 out of 5. Really? Did you give it a 3 out of 5? I was like, come on now. That's like a 1 out of 5.
Did I give it a 3 out of 5?
I thought I briefly saw your tweet at one point. I know he's talking about it.
And then you're like, fuck that tweet.
3 out of 5.
You're like, I don't
what the
care.
hell? I get the movie sucked.
Speaking
of Indiana Jones, tomorrow they're showing the Indiana Jones game.
What?
Hold on.
Yeah, for the Xbox Direct.
Yep.
You keep looking over at your cat. I feel like it's about to jump.
Yeah,
my cat was about to jump on my desk, and I looked at her and was like, "Don't you dare jump!"
I did rate it a 3 out of 5. I did. Yes.
Yeah, I thought I said that. I was
but I rated 3 out of 5, but I didn't like it, so I didn't hit the heart.
Oh, okay.
For the Marvels
rating system is
no, Indiana Jones 5.
Oh, okay.
The Marvels is a 3 out of 5.
No, the other Disney flop of the year.
Yeah, the other
one of 14 that happened.
Yeah, the one that I reacted to that I actually had, because I actually had fun overall, but there's a lot of problems in the Marvels. But I love the trio. I'm like, okay.
I'm just joking. I don't care.
And then the Flurkin fucking cats eating everybody. That was adorable. Okay.
Oh, that was
best thing in the movie.
I ruffle coptered.
I'm a cat person.
Oh boy!
I want to see that in the theaters. You raffle copying everywhere.
Laughing so hard, my head starts spinning. I start flying.
Start flying in the air around the damn theater. That was you during
funny cats make me lol.
That was you during Demon Pool the whole time. Like,
yeah, it was empty theater, but you know.
No. Empty theater. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys. I don't know if anyone here is a fan of the Night of the Museum movies or not. But
I like them.
Yeah, I went and it was the second one, I believe, and I went and saw that.
The Smithsonian.
Yeah,
Smithsonian.
So I went and I took my grandmother out to see that one because she's a big movie person. We were the only two people in that theater the entire time.
That's good. That's cool, dude.
And I think the reason why that was the case was because Up came out that same weekend and everybody was over there. Yeah, I think that was a big reason why it was empty.
Up
I had to see the Darth Vader cameo with John Bernthal as Al Capone.
Yeah,
Bill Hader as General Custer.
There you go.
Cinema.
There you go. I mean, that is
there you go.
Right there.
So, wasn't Amy Adams in that one as well?
Yep, she was Amelia Earhart.
Yeah. And the funny thing in that one is I remember she had a line in there. She's like, when I see the possibility for adventure, I just want in. I'm sitting there going, it's this kind of mindset that led Amy Adams to join the DCU.
No.
So, I looked it up. Night Swim, Demon Pool, has made $30 million on a $15 million budget. So it has
Demon Pool 2.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby. Make it a franchise.
There's going to be another demon in the pool.
Well,
Demon Pool. Devil Deep End.
Upgrade Devil Pool, bro.
Devil Pool's the sequel. Devil Pool.
Devil Pool's the sequel.
And this time,
and then they could do Deadpool. Oh wait, shit.
And when they do Devil Pool, the water's red. Ooh.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I'll swim in this.
I would love it if just from a marketing standpoint, they titled the third Deadpool movie if they just said Untitled Deadpool sequel.
Into a well thought out comment.
Do it. No, Demon Pool, that was it.
Well
thought out comment.
Wait,
think of it that way.
Wait, I assume he's watching from Twitch.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Okay.
What did you guys think of hearing the She-Hulk thing and be like, yeah, we blew our budget? And
it's fine. We don't
blew our budget.
Who?
What?
Catering?
Over $200 million thrown down the drain.
I'll say this.
Their entire budget, that Daredevil cameo? Wow.
I'll say this. The first two episodes and the last two episodes are the strongest and the ones I'm like, all right, I'm engaged all the way. To me, the funk was the middle part. Now, again, doesn't have to be the same as it was before and whatnot, but I was just like, yeah, you're losing me here in the middle. And then by the time it got to the finale, I was like, all right, this is very much from the comic book, but it just ended with no great thought-out resolution.
It ended with Hulk's son.
Which is the Fast and Furious, ending when I with the
that's where the budget went. This is haircut.
Yeah, and I was
no. The budget
went to super cuts for that one.
The budget went with Daredevil. Where
sports cuts actually.
There's a walk of shame.
I heard about that scene.
After
that's exactly what I was thinking. And that fake CGI grass
I was more pumped to just hear as almost like a side note thing, be like, Matt, this is my cousin Bruce. Bruce, this is Matt, and I was like, all right, that's all I need. I don't care about Hulk's son. Matt Murdock knows who the Hulk is. That's all I need to know. And I was just like,
and then when are they going to see each other again? Secret Wars.
But here's the thing. I'll say this about the Phase 4 and 5. The new characters are interesting. There's more that I like than others. But I'm like, all right, maybe your individual stories didn't hit the mark for me. I want to see how you interact with the rest. Because then if you interact with the rest well, then I can see more adventures of your own whatnot. Like Ms. Marvel. Again, I thought, I'm like, you know what, it's me for kids and whatnot. And I was like, I care about this family. Oh my God, I hope nobody gets killed. And thank God they were in the Marvels movie. And I was just like, all right, cool. Now, if we don't get a season 2 or not, I hope we do. But like, if we don't, I can't wait to see how she plays out. Because now I care more about New Jersey in the MCU. Be like, all right, hope everybody's safe over there.
Well, in terms of like the She-Hulk thing, I mean, I want to see more She-Hulk, but not in her show. Yeah. Like not the way it was set up. Like if they do a season 2, if they were complete overhaul in terms of creative.
But tell me this: do you think this has to be? And I'm it might be my fault too because I paid to go see the movies that followed Endgame. But you think, and I always make this argument that we should have just taken a break from everything, movie and TV, for 3 years after Endgame. Be like, that was the biggest release and bookend.
It's not a break. They just shouldn't have pumped out 20 trillion things.
Well, COVID.
True. Well, there was a little break.
I love that excuse.
Very true.
Yeah. Well, it's a fair excuse, but at the same time, they should have.
They blame Marvel, the COVID on the Marvel.
Oh, well, I'm not sure.
I heard that. I swear I heard it. I was like,
the
what?
issue was that once Marvel started picking things up after COVID and they started getting stuff shooting, they should not have rushed a lot of stuff out to try to catch up. That's
they were like, shit, we didn't make anything for a few years. Let's make everything right now.
Besides COVID, it was also the actors and writers strike that also.
That also wasn't.
I mean, the Marvels is gonna bomb either way. I don't think that. Like if it made $10 million extra dollars, I don't think
it wouldn't matter.
Most people don't give a shit about interviews. I'm sorry, that's just the truth. I don't think most people give a fuck.
No, people don't. No, not really.
I don't. Yeah. If I don't, that means nobody does.
If people doesn't give interviews, people don't give a shit about interviews. They would at least be like, oh, there's something coming out and whatnot, and instead of just being like, oh, did that come out 2 months ago? Is that still in theaters and whatnot? Okay.
I feel like it would have gotten like 600 million though.
Not at least breaking even, I think.
Well, so there were a bunch of people talking that
to break even, they would have to reach about 600 million.
There were people saying that they're finally starting to feel that superhero fatigue coming in. I'm like,
no.
I mean, I can understand, but I don't know if that's necessarily it. It's like I don't think people are just tired of it. They're just tired of not quality content.
They're not.
Yes.
That's
what I said. So James Gunn said the same thing about this. About when people were talking about like when I think it was Shazam: Fury of the Gods came out. They were talking about how, and I made a whole thing about how bad videos. Or not bad videos, bad content. If you have enough bad content consistently, then people aren't going to be interested in what you're delivering, and that's where you run into problem.
Yeah.
Did you say Shazam 3 or Shazam
Fury of the Gods?
Fury of the Gods.
Yeah. Well, it's also things
that'll
where
never happen, by the way.
I would believe superhero fatigue if Guardians 3 didn't make 800+ million.
Exactly.
And I also and Across the Spider-Verse made over 600 million, which is like double the 300.
There's fatigue of bad superhero movies.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think that 2022 was the only box office success of that year, the Batman.
For superhero movies? I think
I feel like there was another movie that came out.
There was something else that came out.
Joker came out in 2021.
Doctor Strange did well.
Oh yeah, that was made $1 billion.
Almost,
yes.
Which, to be fair, a lot of that was probably because it was like, oh boy, I wonder how many cameos it could be. Because if you look like week 1 to week 2,
I would believe that. I would believe that, but
and also Spider-Man type.
Yeah, it's also the total. Like it'd be different if like it made 500 million. Like, everyone knows. Okay, there's not a lot of cameos.
If Spider-Verse. If Spider-Verse and Spider-Man movies and Batman movies start flopping, then there's superhero fatigue. Then it's bad. But people will go see anything.
Forever. Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, Black Panther also.
Right.
Yeah. It was good.
Way less than the first one, but that's to be expected.
But
I mean, the first one made over $1 billion. So
like
Thor: Love and Thunder came out, and actually it did. Thor: Love and Thunder did make money, and of course, opening out was Morbius.
I'm sure they were. Oh hell.
Jazz.
It's art. It's art. So we have to.
That came out on my birthday. That was so disappointing.
Oh man, what a gift!
Yeah,
what the movie or your birthday?
I mean, it came out on my birthday. What a gift!
Oh man, I wish I was born on the Morbius day.
Yeah, Matt Smith dancing shirtless in the mirror is a pretty good birthday gift.
I'm talking about
have sex. Oh, that's a good idea. I should just try that.
Yeah, no, I was talking about Thor that came out on my birthday, not Morbius. But it was always funny because I was always used to Spider-Man movies coming out near or around my birthday. So I'm like, this is kind of a fun.
Well, that was a Spider-Man kind of movie.
No, I was talking about Thor. That's the one that came
you're
out
talking
on my
about
birthday.
Thor.
Yeah, that's the one that came out on my birthday.
Oh, I thought you were
Morbius.
Like, this is absolute dog shit.
Yeah, no, you had a bad birthday. Sorry.
Yeah, and I was sitting there, and it was funny because almost 20 minutes in, I'm sitting there thinking, I probably need to go out there and get another drink right now because there was like
the screaming goats. Those are funny as shit, bro. I laughed. I think.
What about CGI floating kid heads? And Old Spice commercials.
Oh yeah, the After Effects fucking 2002 visual effect that
and the CGI Thor mask.
Yeah, you don't want to see sensual scenes between Thor and his hammer and whatnot.
Yeah, that's pretty hot.
Yeah,
I mean,
that would have been hot actually.
There was
like full on. Like,
I cannot stand this.
It's perfect size.
There was decent scenes in Love and Thunder, even though it wasn't like the greatest movie. It still is watchable.
Good scenes.
Russell Crowe.
It's not like Inhuman.
Technically, it's watchable. Yeah,
it's not like
I did watch it
or Fan 4 Stick. Let's just it's not that bad.
I think Fan 4 Stick's more interesting because how bad it is. Where Thor is just kind of annoying, but I think Thor is definitely a better movie. Yeah,
Fan 4 Stick knew it was bad before it came out because why do you think the marketing for that movie was so bad? They didn't keep releasing trailers because they knew there were no more good scenes.
Well, every trailer showed like footage where I'm like, that looks cool, and then all the footage wasn't in the movie.
Yeah.
It was like in the all the thing. Like action scenes were in the background of one shot, and I'm like, literally in the background of like a security camera or something. It's like, come on now.
First teaser's good.
Like him on the moon where he's going to punch that alien and whatnot. Not in the movie.
Yeah. I like Dr. Doom in that when he just that hallway scene, just the hallway scene. The hallway scene's cool where he's just blowing heads off. I'm like, sick.
We've never.
Every scene in a hallway goes hard. Every hallway scene is fire.
Every hallway scene is good.
Yeah, every hallway scene is good.
My one doesn't disappoint with hallway scenes, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
one of the scenes that like literally makes me think back to Love and Thunder is the whole like, you flick too hard, damn it.
Oh yeah.
And then they blurred out his ass in the trailer.
Yeah, I was gonna say Chris Evans. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Chris Evans butt cheeks. Fuck it. Why not?
We saw his ass.
I literally said that in the beginning of the stream.
It's just weird that I remember watching Jojo Rabbit, and I'm like, I love that movie, and I'm like, oh man,
bro, I love Taika.
Needs Chris Evans.
Do this, do a little bit of this for Love and Thunder, and you got it. And then I saw it, and I was like, the first 5 minutes of Love and Thunder, I'm like, all right,
yeah.
God's
you killed a kid, awesome.
I love how Pitch Meeting just broke that movie apart when you look at the concept of it. He's like, yes, we're going to have this guy who believes that all gods are selfish, and then he's going to kidnap people that they love because, of course, they would come help them.
I just know the minute
let's be honest, it was a setup for Young Avengers because of the daughter.
I was done with it. I was just like,
yeah.
And then suddenly, what?
I think a lot of Phase 4 and 5 were setups to have like the next generation be mainly because you see like Hulk having a kid, you see like Hawkeye passing the mantle to Hawkeye, the female one, Kate Bishop, and you see Thor having a surrogate daughter who is actually his daughter.
and Black Panther 2, you have the Shuri stuff.
Yeah. So there was basically the whole thing was setting up Young Avengers.
Actually, all of Chris Hemsworth's kids run that movie.
Yeah.
It's where you see like the young Thor in the beginning. That's his kids running.
Well, you know.
Wow, nepotism.
Wow. I felt so bad for Christian Bale. They wasted him on that movie.
Oh my god. Yeah. They massacred my boy.
I think his daughter had more of screen time than Christian Bale did.
Yeah. I think the floating head kid had more screen time than Christian Bale.
You know what? I'm so happy about it too. That's my
it looked great. I loved it.
He shouldn't have turned down the gig to be in the Flash as the third Batman.
Gore. That would have been amazing double feature.
Are you actually Christian Bale? Are you Christian Bale? Oh my god.
Me. Yeah, it's me.
There you go.
So how was it
I'm evil. My sword.
So how was it surviving a nuclear blast in your last movie? How was that? That's your permanent face now.
Wasn't that Gore the God Butcher's face? Like you guys did that creepy ass smile. That's the only thing I remember about his character.
Me too. Yeah.
And he talked in his normal British voice. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. Like the only thing I have any remembrance of is like that little fight on the moon where it's got like that black and white filter.
Oh yeah,
that was sick.
That was.
I mean, Taika makes good-looking movies. It's just he went fucking crazy with the weird shit in a not good way.
I mean,
remember that video of him shitting on the visual effects later?
Oh yeah,
that was annoying. I'm like, they're already being whipped and chained in there to fucking fish. And now the director's like, it's sucky, right? It's poo poo.
What
the fuck y'all doing in
there? Pretty solid as a director because he was Korg.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was honestly the thing that pissed me off about that movie is like the fake deaths. Like you fake kill Korg and you fake kill Valkyrie.
I think they ruined Korg. I thought he was way more annoying. Everybody's more annoying in this one. But I loved him in Ragnarok. I was like, this guy's great.
Korg's my boy.
Yeah, but no, they killed it in Love and Thunder.
S tier Marvel character.
Ragnarok, he had so many good quotes in Ragnarok.
Whoa, you hit me, Pooja Wolf.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're starting the revolution, man.
You just see it.
Hey, you want to come?
It was a giant Tom Hiddleston-sized hole in Love and Thunder. So
is he dead?
Yeah,
he's dead. Doug's dead.
Doug's dead. I was just carrying him around.
What were we saying, bro?
That's good stuff. Yeah. What can anybody name a quote from him in Love and Thunder that was like really good?
The only thing I remember.
Oh, you broke my head, man.
The only thing I remember is when he said at the end of the movie when he goes Love and Thunder. That's the only thing I remember.
Yeah,
did Korg actually like lose a piece of rock on his body in Love and Thunder, or
no? He lost all of it.
I mean, like there was a little piece like just falls off and goes.
Oh yeah, and then he starts crumbling after that. He's like, what the He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'd rather just see him play Fortnite with Thor again, honestly.
Yeah,
that's in Thor 4. Yeah,
I can't believe I said him playing Fortnite was better than him.
It was.
That should have been Thor 4. That would have been a good.
This guy's being a dickhead again.
Yeah. That is where we are right.
He's upset because their kid's being mean to him.
That's funny. The kid, she's like, you should have went for the head Thor. It's like, shit.
You thought you would have learned. And see, it's funny. Thor, at least in terms of my opinion, I think he peaked in Infinity War, and I don't think they're. And I love how Chris is actually kind of standing his ground now, at least supposedly, and is saying we're not going to do it unless they're going to stop treating him like an idiot. Which
because
that's a slap.
I'm done with that.
Yeah,
it was pretty surprising because him and Taika are like really good friends, but he's basically
not
like, if you keep making me a fucking idiot,
you're my friend, bro. Hey, make me dumb, bro. I'm a god, bitch.
There was a scene where I really liked in Infinity War where Thor meets Captain Marvel for the very first time.
That's Endgame.
Endgame. So he extends his hand out. And the hammer comes like right at
I
like this one.
And he goes, I like this one.
I like this one.
Why?
I don't know why, but I do.
Yeah, I don't know why, but she's very attractive and pretty.
That comment was not woke enough because this one,
this one's brave.
That's probably the most like cool that Carol has ever looked, honestly. But also the thing where she like gets headbutt by Thanos and doesn't even budge. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'm like,
I like the haircut. It's weird, dude, because it was interesting seeing Chainsaw's reaction to it. I was like, yeah, man, I like Carol and the Marvels way better, and I loved the trio vibe. But I'm like, but the villainous aspect in the first movie is better than this one, and I was just like, I felt so bad for the acting.
I think they cut a lot of the villain stuff out.
And I noticed that they also cut this scene that was in Infinity War where it was supposed to tie into Endgame, where they like cut it up, and I'm like, no, that whole scene was good. Why don't you just copy and paste?
Yeah, because he still had a beard at the end of that movie in the post-credit scene.
Yeah.
If they copy and pasted from a different MCU thing, then it would have been the first episode of Echo. Where they just take like 5 different scenes from Hawkeye and it's like, because you don't remember this shit. Just trust us, you don't remember.
I did like in Endgame how they pretty much just assumed, like going into it, they pretty much just assumed that you saw Captain Marvel and didn't like show the ending of that movie where she finds them again. They were like, okay, like,
the post-credit scene,
and they just went with it. Yeah.
And Hawkeye, the Jeremy Renner, I think its name is Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, Jeremy Renner. You nailed it.
Okay, I finally got it right.
You got the name right, bro. Let's go. Hell yeah, bro. Anyway, Jerry Renner. Oh,
he's finally healed from being a
Jeremy
hero.
Allen White.
Jeremy Irons.
Jeremy Stamos.
He's finally fully healed from being a hero. So.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Oh yeah.
And Anthony Mackie had to go and joke about it.
Anthony Mackie always jokes about everything.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome.
I like Anthony Mackie a lot.
Yeah.
Even though did anybody watch the Game Awards?
Yeah.
His ass would not leave the stage.
No, you were just saying shit. And everyone's like, yeah, okay.
Like, no one's saying anything anymore, bro.
My favorite with Tom Holland and Anthony Mackie was when they were on stage where basically he's like, you never seen Tom Holland says to Falcon, you never seen the Spider-Man Homecoming? No, I haven't seen that movie. Well, I haven't watched the Falcon. Oh wait, there isn't one.
Yeah.
And there still isn't one.
It's coming out. Captain America.
Coming.
Yeah,
no, it's Captain America, not Falcon.
But it doesn't matter. It's
still him.
Yeah, it's still him.
Have you guys seen the behind the scenes of the suit that they're doing for that movie? It looks so much worse than the one he had at the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's going to be one of the biggest downgrades.
Bad.
It was like so much less white in the suit, so it's just
that's why you don't like it. Okay.
Oh,
got
wow.
it.
Wow.
Wow. Fuck you.
We're woke now. We're woke now. Okay.
Oh, wow.
It looks so much less like Captain America.
Man.
Damn, bro. What you already just said?
Wow, he looks less like Captain America.
So he looks less like Captain
America. Dude, I'm going to bed. Fuck it.
What are you trying to say? Huh? What are you trying to say? Yeah,
wow.
Okay.
I agree with him, but whatever.
Okay.
Oh, he's back.
Just slip that in there real quick. 100% agree. Anyway.
I remember people being like, why is he getting the shield? Shouldn't be Bucky. I'm like, yes, Bucky is there, but also remember, Bucky's a mass murder, whether it was his fault or not. So would you want to put that the shield on?
So,
it's like
I bet Sam killed people.
Well,
Bucky's also soldier. He killed people before.
Well, Bucky's also not all the way there.
Everyone's memory.
Bucky's cool.
That guy.
How is it any different from handing the shield to John Walker? I mean, he's
going
around.
Sick, though.
They didn't know he was going to.
John Walker killed one terrorist, and everybody's like, he's the worst human ever. I was like, what? Dude, fuck that guy. He was a terrorist. I'm like, what? Come on now.
Well, that's the weird thing, that it's just like that the whole time. John Walker was like, I'm not trying to take over Steve Rogers. Why not? I'm not. And then he just tells at one point, Sam, like, yo, I got a mission, so fuck off. All right, don't get in my way. And I'm like, listen, dude, that shield is like, again, yes, he killed a terrorist and whatnot, but it's just like, he did it on 4K. People had cameras all over it, so he was 4K over the minute I saw that. I was just like,
well, that just means it looked good.
He's like, he's watching on my OLED TV.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, bro. Ooh, the colors really pop when the
HDR.
Kind of like
really
the throwback to Captain America 2, where Captain America literally just jumps out of the plane without a parachute.
Yeah.
And that's exactly
and then murders everybody on that ship.
And that's exactly what happened in Falcon and Winter Soldier, where Bucky just jumps out with just his arm, grabs a tree, and stops himself.
I just love Bucky's jabs at John Walker and be like, "Looking strong, John."
So are they going to give Bucky back his arm out because Rocket has it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we know why. You know, the shield went to Falcon. You know, woke.
They're best friends.
No, you know, woke.
Best friends.
We need variety.
Yeah, we need, you know.
Yeah, that is something I always find hilarious.
That'd be funny if that's what Disney said. We need variety.
Whenever they're talking about,
stop saying diversity, just say variety. We need variety.
I just keep thinking of Will Ferrell and Anchorman 2. Black. He said that they're black.
Was that Megan Good also?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he goes to meet her family. He's like, black.
No, this is something that I always thought about, especially whenever people are complaining that they need diversity in like the X-Men cast or whatnot. I'm like, you realize those characters were made for diversity's sake, right? Like you have Canadian, someone from Africa, someone from Germany, somebody from Russia. The list goes on. And you're really
Canadian was the first one he popped up.
And you're really going to make
There's Justin Bieber. There's someone from Africa.
and you're really going to make complaints about that.
Canadian.
And you froze.
No,
I froze. At the end of the day, like people who complain about the X-Men lineup, they've never read the X-Men comics.
Nope.
They don't know. This is dumb.
And they wear the T-shirts, they buy the figures, but they don't know. And it's just like, yo, you should look at the documentaries of why that book was made.
And
the movies kind of tackle that too, so I don't know why.
Look how the first one opens up with Auschwitz, open up with the Holocaust.
Which I don't even think that's not in the comics, right? Wasn't that invented for the movies?
I think Eric is Jewish in the comic, but I could be wrong. But
I meant the Auschwitz scene. Was that not in the comics? I could be wrong.
That scene was fucking sick.
Isn't the X-Men basically diversity where they humans dislike
they were made as a metaphor for because of the racial tensions at the time. That's why they were made.
That was also for I
was gonna say homophobia.
I was gonna say that. Anyway.
It was in the
60s. You could
just meant for any type of prejudice, pretty much.
Yeah,
look at the 60s. Look how
Canadians.
You could spin a wheel,
Disgusting Canadians.
That's why.
Hey, come on, we're the same, bro. All right.
It makes me.
Ryan Reynolds.
What were you gonna say, Ron?
When people nag about the X-Men and why do we still need it? Why do you need books about them complaining about stuff? It's just like, listen, shit, we haven't learned anything from history. So until shit gets right, these things are still as relevant as they were back in the 60s.
And
we
of course,
we need X-Men to teach us.
And apparently now we need to call it the X-People. It's like, come the hell on.
We're sorry.
Whoa,
we're not
racist,
woke.
dude. Holy shit.
Woke. I'm
Yo
sorry.
dudo que uno de ellos puede hablar español como yo, so quién sabe. I don't know.
He's speaking German. Come on, man.
Buongiorno.
Or you need to
go full Aldo Ray and be like,
where's Wanda?
Aldo Ray, Bonguerno. Buongiorno.
I'm trying to figure out why are you singling out certain people and only mentioning certain people?
Because he wasn't asking anybody else. Just us.
I guess
us five. It don't went up.
I guess he doesn't like the other ones.
I guess not.
Dang.
What about me?
That's what I'm saying.
What about me?
Well, it's not Smallville, so I don't know why.
Hey, I watch other stuff. Just saying.
Oh God, Gord! You remember that shit from WWE where they're like, "What about me? What about Raven?" That's what I just thought of. Right?
Oh yeah.
I just thought.
Funny enough, I haven't seen Frasier.
I saw the original, but I haven't seen the reboot.
I heard the reboot's not great.
I've seen Eureka though.
I'll get to it at some point.
I'm Dominic the Coco.
Eureka.
I just always loved one of the lines where they're like, "This is a rug where a rug does not belong," and now I'll use that in so many different things. Like when the reboot came out, it was just a random line that they had in the show.
The carpet tied the room together.
The episodes, and then when the reboot came out, I went in there and I said, "A reboot where a reboot does not belong."
Damn.
You're edgy.
Roasted.
You're edgy.
You're edgy.
I'm edging.
Edgy boy. I've been edging for the last 20 years.
Hey, well, I mean, clearly, I can see myself to get
busted.
Chainsaw, I'll say this about one of your topics and whatnot, that I'm like, you know what? I think every movie in Star Wars is being developed now, but until I see a trailer, I don't believe it'll come out. When I'm hopeful, it doesn't mean I'm losing sleep.
True.
Until it goes into production, I don't believe shit.
Don't worry, guys. Ryan Johnson's trilogy is still happening.
It's definitely happening.
It also
We're still doing it.
No, when it comes out, that'll be subverting our expectations.
It's just going to be Space Knives Out.
And then you don't know. Look how many.
Since foul.
I think it was Jar Jar.
I'm not going to make 20 videos explaining why it's not going to come out and why it is coming to come out. It's like, no.
It's
the past record.
It's funny you mentioned that. That's so funny. Because I just keep thinking about
stuff that's already been announced. Like the only one I'm certain will come out more or less is the Mando movie and Filoni's movie. That's it.
Yeah.
Everything else, I'm looking forward to it. I'm hopeful, but I'm like, until I see a teaser.
That's what Taika's movie is.
Yeah. You know what? Actually,
Jar Jar.
That fit.
And he's voicing Jar Jar now.
Of course.
I'm Jar Jar.
I'm still trying to figure out. Like, Jake had switched his camera. He has two camera angles.
No, so I switched. This was getting blurry, so I just switched from
Yes, switch to the other camera. Switch because I guess
wow, flex on us. Okay.
You had it. Doesn't 3W have 2 camera angles too?
I have 3.
3. Yeah, sorry. Excuse me.
Wow, flex even harder on us. Okay.
Damn. Yeah, already set up and everything.
No, the reason why I switched is because this one was getting blurry, so I just went back and forth.
It went back and forth, so like refresh.
It's now blurry again.
If you turn it off and turn it back on, then that usually doesn't.
I think I need to set up a second camera that just goes under my chin so I can get a fupa shot.
It's like the most disgusting thing. What she sees?
Just my neck beard.
I'm not close enough to the camera, so you can't see the gray on me.
No, what you need to do, Johnny, is set up a camera on your bed. And so when you cut to that camera, you run and jump.
You would like that, wouldn't you?
You run and jump and land and go, hey, guys.
When I think of camera angles, I think of the Aliens versus Monsters, where he goes, and what will we do next? Where he's just like looking at the cameras.
The Seth Rogen classic.
You just had to remind me that movie existed.
I'm a blob.
I'm a blue blob.
I'm a blob.
Pineapple Express.
Seems like everyone could do Seth Rogen laugh. With the council of Seth Rogen laugh.
Orchestra Seth Rogen laugh.
It's one of the most beautiful sounds on the planet.
Acapella.
I need a laugh track of just Seth Rogen.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's a
start playing that at sitcoms.
It's just an entire crowd of Seth Rogen.
That would be incredible.
Oh my god,
the Seth Army.
It's so loud.
I just want an entire laugh track of.
Oh my god, is that Donkey Kong laughing?
Well, you know,
I'll take that.
That's fine. Chainsaw, what is any other? What's another upcoming movie that you're gonna do a reaction for or whatnot?
Aquaman 2.
Aquaman,
I think it comes out next week. I think digital.
Oh really?
Yeah, I think so. I think it does.
Yo, Demon Pool comes out in a few days.
Oh, digital?
Oh shit!
Yeah. It's only been out for 2-3 minutes, but it's already coming out digital.
Let's fucking go, boys!
On the 23rd, so.
We should do a watch along stream.
Oh hell yeah, bro! Hey guys, I bet there's a demon in that pool.
Hey guys, some don't seem right about that pool.
That water looks too clean.
That water looks a little murky.
That's the devil's water.
Hey, by the way, Jordan, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this. There is a lost kingdom in Aquaman 2. Sorry, hate to break it.
Well, does it get
spoilers?
Is there a bridge in Aquaman?
The Lost Kingdom is called DCU.
I would not call DCEU a kingdom.
Yeah.
Well,
Ed Warren used to make money.
Isn't it?
You can say what you will, but he used to make money.
Is Candyman and Ed Warren in Aquaman 2?
Apparently Mara is barely in it.
Someone just said Candyman. God, I hate that movie.
I've actually seen it, so
I actually seen it more than you would think.
Now.
Yeah, temper your expectations.
Go in your corner.
It's weird that I'm not interested in seeing that at all, but I will go back and watch Godzilla -1, what's in black and white in a few weeks.
Apparently they're putting it out for 1 week in theaters.
Yeah, black and white
as much as I
next
can.
week. Next week.
Cannot fucking wait. God damn, I love that movie.
Movie's amazing.
Did you know Godzilla's in that movie?
What?
Wow, dude, I can't watch it now. That's crazy.
Do you know
what the hell?
Do you know that there's a -1?
What darnation?
I'm waiting for Godzilla.
Godzilla's in it?
What in the Sam hell? He's like, darn in that movie.
Oh, I paid a ticket. I didn't even know. I bought a ticket. I didn't even know Godzilla was in it.
I know it's gonna be King Kong.
I thought it said the holdovers.
Did you know that Frieza's in it?
-1. Does that mean there's 2 Godzillas at one point, and then all of a sudden now there's just one?
Where's the other one?
Where's the pool? I don't see no pool.
Where's the demon pool?
I see a demon, but where's the pool?
Where the pool at? Plenty of water, no demon.
That voice did not match at all, but Gore had the Bubba J face there, and that was priceless.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone here's seen Jeff Dunham, but that's what that's.
I almost did a spit take because that was a great pull out of nowhere.
He knows, I guess.
Oh,
I've seen it.
Is he the redneck guy?
No,
he's no, the other guy.
I definitely didn't have his Christmas special and a stuffed Ahmed.
Of course you did.
Oh,
I did,
the puppet guy. All right.
Yeah.
I actually saw him.
I was thinking of Jeff Foxworthy.
They're not
smart in their fifth grader.
Yeah, you know you're a redneck.
In terms of the Christmas special, Johnny, I actually saw him live preparing for that special.
Really? I loved that special growing up. That show was funny.
You're cool.
Yo.
I am.
Hey, whoa.
Sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to show.
Hey man, Jingle Bombs goes hard, you know.
Oh yeah, good.
Oh yeah.
What's the pickup stream?
Who the fuck was that guy?
He's gone.
All right, send a link to Jeff Dunham. Let's get him in here.
Get Jeff Dunham.
Him and Ahmed.
Yeah, let's have a show up. We'll get deleted off YouTube instantly.
They're in different rooms somehow, though.
Yeah. One camera is Jeff and one's Ahmed who's sitting there.
In this camera.
God, it wasn't a puppet. It's a real.
It's an actual guy. Holy shit. He just had his head up his ass this entire time.
Oh my god.
Where? Cancel Jeff Dunham.
He gets nervous in front of a crowd unless you stuff your hand up his ass.
Peanut and Ahmed are my favorites.
Yeah, Peanut was good too. Yeah.
Walter's mine.
Yeah, Walter was
really
good
too.
too.
Walter White?
You like old men?
Yeah. And Bubba J. I like Bubba J too.
Bubba J.
He thinks of beer a lot.
Drink the beer.
Like a superhero one he did at one point or something.
Oh yeah, he did.
Oh yeah, that's
the blonde guy, right, with the big ass nose
blonde,
or whatever.
Aquaman.
He apparently Bubba J likes NASCAR and he goes, it's great watching cars go turn left and then turn left and then turn left and
look at the left turn, another left turn.
Oh god, it's like that stupid joke where it's like 2 wrongs don't make a right. Yeah, but 3 lefts do.
What?
Three lefts make a right. I think
you're like left.
You go left 3 times, you're gonna go right.
The math ain't mathing for me.
The math make it a brain.
I was told there will not be no math.
Use your little noodle.
My noggin's running in circles right now. Don't make no damn sense to me.
Yeah. Use your noodle.
Trying to get into my Red Dead Redemption character.
Yeah, the quarter. Don't forget the quarter.
Dutch.
Hey, my favorite line from Aquaman is like, "Silence! I do you."
Never heard. I know that one.
Oh, I know.
I love that point where Jeff Dunham brought the Walter puppet onto an episode of Family Feud. I don't know if anyone's seen that.
Steve Harvey talked to Walter.
Yeah, and it was funny because he broke
it. Walter, what's your answer? He's like, I kill you. He's like,
so he was there and he broke the speech halfway through. Like,
right.
He looks up. He's like, why am I talking to him like he's real?
You know, it's Steve Harvey stare.
Yeah.
He looks flabbergasted.
Man, I remember when, what was the host that was right before him? Because I feel like there was another one between Dawson and him. Unless there was
Dawson's Creek.
I'm trying to think of anybody that was in Dawson's Creek, but I can't.
Shane Dawson?
Yeah, Shane Dawson. him and his red face in that one apology video.
It was a
star.
Yeah, guys, Kenny Holmes was the host.
Yeah, and there's this one actor who was on Riverdale, who was the father of Archie, who died, was also on
Luke Perry?
That show.
Skeet Ulrich.
Dawson Creek.
From Scream?
And I think he was in 902.
What an unfortunate first name.
Yes, he was.
Skeet, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I bet when that song came out, I was like, fuck.
Gordy, you got the wrong dad.
A1 guy that Skeet Ulrich let him skeet all over me. What? No, I'm kidding.
Whoa, no, hey, come on now.
Oh, okay.
Well, this is a family show, right?
Is it? No.
I'm sure someone watching it has a family.
Before we went live, who asked it? Do you remember 3W who asked about cursing? I think it was
critic
Blaine.
Blaine.
Yeah, he said, what's the language of that? Like, and then 3W was like, well, we're all adults here.
The language is caveman.
Yeah.
Pull by hair into my cave.
Actually, this is the best point right here. This is the best statement.
I mean, this
is true.
Yeah, if Deadpool 2 can be a family
my
movie,
biggest mistake is I still have to laugh. My biggest mistake of Deadpool 1 is actually taking my mom to the movie theater to see that.
I saw my mom too.
I took my mom to see it.
Yeah, we enjoyed
that
it.
was the most embarrassing thing. I'm like, it's supposed to be. It's a love story. Why is? Oh, okay.
Anybody ever watched the movie Nocturnal Animals?
Yes. No.
Yeah,
I want to, but I heard about it.
Do you remember the scene? Anybody that saw it, do you remember the first?
I
scene
heard about the scene.
Yeah,
I haven't.
You
seen
know what?
it,
If you ever watch that movie, remember I took my mom to see that movie. So, and then you see the movie, you'll be like, "What the fuck?"
Exactly.
Look up the opening scenes in Nocturnal Animals. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Play it on stream. Let's go.
I'm sure it's not on YouTube.
Play it on stream.
On YouTube.
I'm sure it's not on YouTube.
You'll see what, pull it up on the hub. Let's do a live reaction right here on YouTube.
I was just like, cinema right here. My mom's like,
why didn't you react to that on YouTube, Gore? What the hell?
I should.
I'm actually going to call it that. Deadpool 3 is actually going to say, "This is a friendship movie."
Oh.
I'm going to call it.
No, he's gonna say this is a multiverse movie and make fun of.
No, because of the fact that he's friends with Hugh Jackman and he loves Wolverine.
Okay.
It's going to say friendship.
You know what? It's going to start out a friendship movie and then they hate each other towards the end.
He loves Wolverine so much. He loves Wolverine so much that he had a toy of him dying at the start of the second movie.
I hope that Deadpool.
They had the song too that of him dying in Logan.
Yeah.
I remember in the song.
They did that same song whenever he was born. I thought I was the only one in the theater that caught that.
No.
I saw Logan like 5 times before that movie came out.
Yeah,
I hope that Deadpool actually fangirls over Wolverine.
I hope they make out.
I hope it turns into a porno at the end.
Yeah, just 20 minutes of hardcore making out.
Yeah,
I think the
Brokeback
scene
Mountain shit.
It'll be kind of. I think the scene where he's like making out, like basically is like he would turn his head and just like fake it.
And I hope it's gonna be like where he has Colossus, where like he does this and looks around.
Remember when he was looking at Cable and he's like doing the whole like.
Was that at Cable or was that at?
No, that was at Colossus.
That was in Deadpool 2, where he's looking at Cable.
No, it was Colossus holding him, wasn't it? And then it was like,
I think it was.
Whatever his girlfriend's name is, they were doing it to her. I can't remember what her name is right now.
Vanessa.
Yeah, they did it
from Daredevil
or at the end of the first movie.
Wait, was her name Vanessa actually?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah,
it was Colossus.
Yeah, I just see her as Lee from Gotham.
Yeah, I see her as what's her name, the prostitute from Firefly.
Firefly, yeah.
Oh God, Firefly.
I
see her as a stripper from Deadpool.
Ryan Reynolds was voicing.
When I'm watching Deadpool, I see her as that character.
I see her as a stripper from Deadpool when I'm watching Deadpool.
Ryan Reynolds was voicing Juggernaut at the same time he was being Deadpool, so that was kind of funny. He was being himself.
Yeah.
It's
like Tom Hardy. It's like Tom Hardy.
we actually got what Juggernaut was
better,
supposed
actually.
to be.
You could say he possessed himself.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Actually, what Juggernaut was supposed to be, and not that dumb shit from X-Men 3.
That was the best part of the movie.
He said the meme. Though, come on, that was like the first time a movie like referenced a meme. I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
That's still one of the best videos on the internet to this day.
Come on, yeah. I remember seeing that in the theater, and I couldn't believe that I referenced the internet video I knew about. I couldn't believe they did that. that video came out maybe like not even a year before that movie came out.
I was like, the movie was like 2005 or 6, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like I think 6. And then I think the video came out 2005. I think it was like one of the first ones I watched on YouTube.
Oh man,
that's crazy.
Still on your favorites list? Okay.
I don't even. Do they have favorites lists anymore? I should
they
look.
still do.
Oh,
they still do.
Right, I'll search it out and see if it's there.
I rewatched Last Stand a few days ago.
I'm sorry.
Cool.
I was like, well.
So, at what part did you start crying because it was so good?
When Beast and Wolverine first meet, I was like, "There's my childhood. I want to
what
meet
the
them." And then,
fuck is this?
What? He has that monkey in the background all the time.
That's a monkey?
Yeah, it looks like a monkey.
It's Curious George.
Yeah, in his college days, it's experimenting, bro. Yeah. I could swear he always has that in his.
It's a hell of a drug, man.
Well, that's Johnny for you.
That's his Morbius. Apparently more.
That's his Morbius. That's his Morbius.
That's his Morbius.
Morbius on an off day.
Yes.
Morbius on an off day.
That's Dragon Ball Evolution.
Hell yeah. Hey, Dragon Ball Evolution is so bad it's fun.
I like how he commented on Twitch and went to YouTube.
Yeah, he's like, oh, this is boring.
Committed.
He has 2 different keyboards.
Yeah.
The same comment though.
Oh shit.
Okay.
I could do both. Oh fuck.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Oh shit. Uh-oh.
Canada, I would invite you in since you've been on the chat a while, but I'm about to end it. So I do apologize.
He says.
No, I'm
kidding. I'm kidding.
Chainsaw, do you believe the rumor about Kate Herron joining Last of Us Season 2 to direct?
Who?
Yeah.
The director of Loki Season 1.
Oh, no.
I have no idea. I had no idea who that was. And
I heard Last of Us.
I'm like, hey, I dug Season 1 of Loki, whoever directed it, and I'm like, she did it. I'm like, all right, that'd be a plus for me.
I mean, just keep the same quality.
She
as
just
season
directed
1.
it, so she didn't write it. So.
Well, that's true too.
My problem with Season 1 was the writing. Nothing else really. The acting was fine.
The writing was a little dodgy in some spots. Yeah.
Of Loki?
Get the whole
Loki Season 1.
Oh, okay.
My only problem with Loki was he turned good super fast. Like, I get that the time's different and the
he went on MCU marathon, bro. He watched the whole MCU.
Yeah, he watched all the MCU.
Yeah, he did a binge.
Back to back.
If I watched the entire MCU, I wouldn't be like, oh, I guess I'm a good guy.
Like, they pulled him from the hierarchy of bad. Like, they pulled him from Avengers.
Yeah.
So
he was the most evil he ever was at that moment, and he just
and then like within 6 episodes, he's like a goody boy.
I wasn't even like 6 episodes. I want to say it was like 10 minutes after that scene. He was like, "I'm good now. I'm fine."
Yeah, you saw Thanos break his neck with his little thumb, and he's like, "All right, maybe I should be a good guy."
Yeah, it was just because they showed him how he died.
Yeah,
I
know, I understand that, but I just don't believe it.
I get the TVA. It runs on a different time, and the premise is longer, and it's not actually like what we would know what time is, but it felt rushed. Like it felt like really fast.
Yeah. They didn't do a thing where he was there for like what felt for him like years or something like that.
Yeah, for him,
watching that shit or something. Or not even watching that. It was just like
it wasn't even watching.
He watched his entire life flash before his eyes.
Yeah, and then 10 minutes later, when Wilson comes out, he's like, "Wow, that was crazy." And then he's just like, "Well, what's up? You evil now?" Like, no. All right,
I mean, if Owen Wilson came and told me to be a better person, I would.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's it.
Wow. You're a really shitty guy. You should be better.
Wow. You should have pressed the "that was easy" button after that.
Have you guys seen that video? I can't remember what show Tom Hiddleston was on. He was on like some talk show, and he was actually doing a damn good impersonation of Owen Wilson. Like,
he does good impressions.
I was like, wow, okay, you almost don't.
Wow.
All right, you almost don't even need Owen Wilson to do the work.
My favorite movie with Owen Wilson is actually when he shot
Cars.
his brother. And
he shot his brother? What?
No, he shot with his brother.
Oh, Bottle Rocket?
He was in the same scene as his brother.
Bottle Rocket?
No, it was Around the World in 80 Days.
Oh, okay.
I just love how that was so fast. Favorite always Cars.
Cars. He was waiting for someone to say that.
Ka-chow, baby, let's go.
Yeah, ka-chow. If I was looking, he said ka-chow to me, I'd be not evil, the opposite.
Oh, if he said ka-chow to me, something else would ka-chow, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'd cut blow on my pants.
Has anyone here seen The Haunting with him in it?
When he gets his head cut off by a statue.
Yeah, that's my favorite movie with him in it.
Don't worry, you should watch that. You should watch that movie anyway.
I mean, I watched that movie for a different reason, but
hey, watch. Oh, is it Catherine Zeta-Jones?
Yep, you bet your ass.
Stop being horny, you fucking children, Jesus. God, we don't.
So we're ending the stream, right?
We don't need this.
This is like a record. How many times have I been kicked out?
How many times have we been horny this stream?
I love how I'm the horniest one and I haven't been kicked yet.
That wasn't the question.
That's for that.
Get your corner.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, I thought he was going to his bed.
There you go. Yeah, get in your corner. There you go. Right next to your weirdly, what the fuck is that baby doll there? What the hell is that? What is it? Oh my god! It's like he heard me.
He didn't hear you.
It's almost like he heard me.
Oh no, dude!
Yeah.
I thought
cover your boner on the way back. That's what.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get you banned. I'm sorry.
Did you actually hear us?
Don't act like you're not impressed.
Johnny Bravo, did you actually hear us talking about your doll and you like literally touched it?
Yeah, right.
I heard it through my headset. It's Sam from Trick or Treat.
Oh, okay, I can tell.
Yeah,
you really can't tell with the camera.
Yeah, no. That's a shitty webcam. Yeah, you can't see.
Yeah, it's better than mine.
Yeah, it's better than mine. Mine blurs every 10 minutes.
With that note of him finally going in the corner, I think we're gonna call it.
All right, I'll just go in the
all of us in the corner.
Jazz back there.
Yes. Thanks to everybody who was here earlier in the stream, who's now left. And of course, thanks to all the people who's here. We'll go down the line where people are from. 3W. Where can people find you?
Earth.
Perfect.
Ooh.
Spoilers. Never been.
Perfect.
Where to dox yourself?
What is this Earth?
What's
Earth? Exactly. Yoda, where can people find you?
Obviously, YouTube. Everywhere else.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Dagobah.
Yes. The
Dagobah system.
There are actually whole segments where I do my Yoda voice, like in a lot of my videos. It's just pretty fun.
There you go.
I would have to go back in my horny corner if you did that.
Yeah. Jake, people find you.
Horny I am.
These sites here, assuming you know how to read, go to them. If you can't read, then I can't help you.
What does that say?
Okay.
Your computer and
I was hoping you could help me. I can't read.
Okay, this is what I noticed. I want to do this. This is what I noticed. He was doing this to figure out which hand to use. I saw him doing that.
No, I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I saw you were like,
you're still doing it.
I'm screwed.
You're still cross-armed. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he was
You're still doing it right now. You're like,
yeah. Ronin, people find you.
That's fine.
At Ronin Unchained on YouTube and on Twitter and Instagram.
Simple to the point. I don't know why I ask every single time.
Do it.
I mean, I don't know.
Do it.
It doesn't matter.
Do it. Do it.
It doesn't matter. Don't watch my
Morbius poster.
Don't fucking watch my shit. Oh yeah. Don't
And
watch
Ugly
it.
Sonic.
A Suicide Squad game looks shit. What the hell is it? Get this off the screen.
Not during my screen time.
And finally, Bravo Johnny.
What?
Yeah. On the YouTubes and the Twitters where I can be as horny as I want and not have to sit in the corner.
Oh. Controversy.
Probably find him in that bed back there.
Yes. And
They
that'll
don't care about that. You can show your boner there.
Exactly. You could.
Yeah, I can ban myself if I
You
want
can ban
to.
yourself all you want.
You can dress it up like
Thank
one
you
of
guys
those
for watching.
Jeff
Little hat.
dolls.
Thank you guys for watching. We will see you all next week. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye.
Arrivederci.
Oh, he just